Hello, hello, hello.
I'm excited to be here. It's too much smoke. Hold on. But maybe this. Okay. I can't hear you.
Okay,
I hear you now. But I can't see
that's
you.
because my phone was ringing. Let me turn my phone on Do Not Disturb.
Yeah, because now I can't see you. Whew.
Okay.
Is my breast out for real? Because I'm going to have to put another, like...
Can you see me? Am
I
I frozen?
I can't see you. No, it's just all black.
Oh, man. Cancel.
This smoke is really... Hello. This smoke is really coming this way. Hold on.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, am I good?
I can't... It's all blacked out. Like, at all.
Oh, my goodness.
Can
anybody else see me? Let me see. Because I can see you.
Yeah, but like this half of the screen is completely black. Like I can see nothing.
Let me see if somebody else can see me. Close out. Let me remove you and come back in.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay. Okay, can y'all see me? I put so much stuff in the description. I do not want to copy and paste, okay? Okay, let's see. Still can't see me?
It's completely black, like they said.
That's crazy. Okay.
Somebody said, I think it's a message. Well,
I don't know because I could see me. So is it the message that I'm only supposed to see me? So listen, what I'm going to do is I am going to close it out and I will start another live. Oh my goodness, I didn't want to do that.
Okay, listen. Yeah, somebody said try turning your camera off, then back on.
How I turn my camera off? Oh no.
This incense was not this strong before we started. Hold on. You want to create another link and send it to me, and then we can restart? Hello?
Oh, I had put you on mute.
Oh, my bad. I said, do you want to send me another link and then restart it?
Can you see me?
Yes, I can.
I'm on my phone.
Okay. If they're too out, I'll put them up.
Good.
No,
leave them out.
Okay.
Out.
Okay.
That's what was in my dream. Exactly what I said when I had dreamed about you.
Let me turn it up.
I was like, I know we was coming with our breasts out. No, with our girls out, but we was at church. Okay, so we about to take this. Okay.
So you manifested this.
I did.
You manifested this. Okay. You good? You know what? I'm actually a little hot myself. I just turned like the heat on, but
we gonna turn that all the way off. I'm cold.
I'm hot.
But I'm ready.
Great. It's nice to put a face with the voice. And it's just as gorgeous as the face. So
thank you. You as well too. I already been girl crushing. I saw a whole bunch of pictures off your page.
Okay, perfect.
All this together. I was like, let me go and find. I was going all through your pictures. I'm like, she got too many little sexy cute pictures up here.
Okay. Right. That's why I was like, what pictures, because if my ties are out, it may, make it change a little things. Because I don't know if you, you know who that is?
No.
Okay.
I broke, so I fixed it up. Oh, okay. We'll talk
about.
Is
that your
No,
client.
we'll talk about it. Okay.
Oh,
So,
okay.
all right, guys. So today, this is something different that I am doing. I am intuitive mom Alexis, okay? And you guys know I love going live and talking about all types of spiritual stuff. So today I have Raven Nicole,
Hello. How
glamour
are y'all?
practitioner. She is not just a glamour magic practitioner, that is one of her titles, okay?
Yes.
So I have her on today because we
Thank you.
we first collaborated with a spaces. She allowed me to come on and express some things that I felt was very
Right.
necessary. And that was the first one. And then she did another spaces. She's very popular on Twitter. Very outspoken. Yes, very outspoken and very informative. And
Thank you.
one thing that I am trying to do is I am literally just trying to expose the truth.
Bring awareness. Yes.
And I need someone who literally sits at the definition of truth.
Mhm.
I'm going to start like, hey, this is such and such, this is such and such. Because what I've realized is it's the messenger. I can't be telling y'all everything. Okay.
Right.
I can't be telling y'all everything. But
Right.
it's going to come from different earth angels. Okay. 333 on the live. So okay. So what we are talking about today is glamour magic.
Yes. Glamour magic. My
Okay.
specialty.
And we both are going. So Raven is very knowledgeable and she knows how to articulate her words. Y'all know when I be on live, I be like, I gotta find a word.
Don't say that because I may just be the one to get choked up every now and then. But I
We
I
gonna
told
we
you
gonna
I
bounce and feed off of each other too. I got listen. Libra Mercury, Sagittarius Mercury. This is
good.
like partnership right here. So we gonna
Right.
bounce and feed off of each other. Um, there are a lot of things that we are going to talk about. We are
Yes.
um y'all get y'all notebooks ready, okay? Get y'all
Right.
notebooks because
Right.
we about to drop a lot of gems, and I got a feeling that I gotta get a jacket because I got chills too.
And give me a second because I just got hot. I'm gonna turn it down. I'm gonna turn it down.
Ooh.
Okay. Woo.
Whew.
I'm back.
So I will tell you guys that's called clairsentient. Okay, that's called clairsentient. It's one of the clairs. Y'all heard of clairvoyant, y'all heard of clairaudient. Those when you can feel and you start, like getting chills or you get hot flashes or you get, goosebumps and you might even get throbs and pains and achings. That is called clairsentient. Okay.
It's the energy we feel.
Yeah. So we're gonna start channeling. I had already started channeling
It's fine. What you feeling?
everything. So
Everything. I told you I didn't have any notes. This is just the energy. Whatever you have to ask me, if I know, if I, I'm quick to say, oh nope,
what
I don't know.
I do is I want you to start off because I know everybody is excited. I threw the honey jar ritual in there. I'm actually going to show you guys a sweetener, the difference between the sweetener jar and a honey jar. But we're going to get into real details with the honey jar. I'm actually getting ready to make my sweetener jar while Raven talks.
Okay.
I am going to give you this space so that I want you to basically use this video to talk about exactly how you deal with your spaces. Now we are going to put a visual
Right, right.
with
Now, as far as glamour magic, as some people may call it, some people call it beauty magic. Somebody may call them a beauty witch. But it all basically, did my nail just pop off? And it did. Sorry, y'all. Anywho,
Hold on, sis. Look, this.
anywho,
Assignment. Okay, don't put.
look,
I don't even know where the top went because before it started, I'm like,
it's
no,
fine.
no, you don't.
It's fine. So I can look. This is a FaceTime. This isn't just a live. Y'all finna see all the bloopers and everything. So basically, with Glamour Magick, and I can show you all in real time. You know what I'm doing. So Glamour Magick basically is just another form of magic to wear, and a lot of people do it and they don't know that they're doing it. But basically, what it is everything you do in your everyday life, whether it be your hair, your makeup, even if you're a man, the colors that you wear, if you're a woman, the colors that you wear, the nails that you do. So if you're looking at my nails now, they're green opal. They're green opal. You can literally put magic into everything that you do. As far as a lot of people think that it is very materialistic, which I want to say in some cases it is. If people don't know, Glamour Magick is ruled, I don't want to say ruled by Pisces, but Pisces is basically ruled by Neptune. Neptune is the planet of illusions, perceptions, bringing your manifestations into a physical aspect. But you know how some people say spirituality works from the inside out? Glamour Magick sort of works from the outside in. So you want to basically not, so to speak, mask yourself from what you're feeling, but it also can repel negative energies, anything you don't want in your space, protection as well. And it also can bring things to you as far as job opportunities, love, friendships, partnerships. I talked to Alexis a while ago and I let her know, I was like, hey, I actually manifested this. I actually did, you know, like we talked about in the spaces, I did a candle ritual a few weeks ago and I prayed for this moment. And I just want to like thank her for letting me come on here and speak about what I do. And she's just been such a sweet soul to me. So she talked about me, but I'm talking about her. Like if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be talking about this, because the thing about Glamour Magick, even though a lot of people do it, it's not really talked about. And I talked to, you know, my friends about this, about how a lot of people say, yeah, I do that. I just didn't think I did it. It gets deeper than just looks, material things. It actually goes into a form of protecting yourself, your social medias. It's deeper than what it is. Cleansing yourself. You do Glamour Magick in the shower. Do Glamour Magick when you're either doing your makeup, going out. Like I said, the style of clothes you wear, how you talk, certain prayers that you say. Every single daily routine that you do, whether it be to beautify yourself. A lot of people don't know that they veil. You know, me, I realized that when I go out and I don't want to be bothered or talked to, and it's not even like this, but naturally, I either wear glasses or a hat or a hoodie. You know, and a lot of people don't know what that's linked to, but that also is a form of protection. There are times where I may start the day and, well, when I was working, it would be a specific time where I'm like, man, this is a lazy day for me. I need help. Like I really need help. And I would go into work that day and the energy that I exude, excuse me, the energy that I exude would me basically be calling in help. I can tell the energy that I have exuded would be people constantly, oh, you don't have to touch that. You don't have to, I don't have to lift a finger. Just based off of me doing Glamour Magick, calling in that help, changing my aura field, and just doing everything. I guess we can get into details once she actually asked me specifics, but there's so many things that go into Glamour Magick. So basically what I do, it is not just looks, it is a mindset. So I also do manifesting. She said I wasn't just a glamour practitioner or glamour witch. Your mindset has a lot. I want to say 80% of the magic that you do. A lot of people go into this and say, well, I tried to do it, but it's not going to work. Or, you know, your mindset is 100% of everything that you do. If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't trust yourself, if you don't have any type of spiritual knowledge with yourself or your ancestors, if you don't pray, if you don't, you have to have a connection in order to actually have an influence on things around you. So if you have a negative energy, or I don't want to say energy, but if you have negative self-concepts about yourself, you cannot push that energy out. Other people are going to feed in on that, even through social media. I don't know if you know, you all have social media where you're scrolling and you can just tell that certain people are, oh wow, I could tell she was a bit sad. I didn't know she was that sad. I saw her post this, and next thing you know, they end up committing suicide. You picked up on that energy. Energies are very strong. So confidence is also a strong energy as well. So you just want to make sure that your self-concept going into this is definitely something that you develop over time. You know, a lot of people say discernment, energy, aura. In the manifesting world, which really manifesting and spirituality is one of the same. But I like to say self-concept because a lot of us don't know that we have self-concept issues, limiting belief issues. A limiting belief for me for a long while, I don't want to say a limiting belief. It is my self-concept. I didn't like my nose for a long time. Hated my nose. So you know what? One person, this was years ago, made a comment on my nose. I'm like, is my nose really that big? Once I got into this, like I love my nose now. Like I love my nose.
Listen, and I'm that is so crazy. When I was in middle school, the boys, they feel, y'all know those glasses with the nose attached to it. They filled my locker up with that. I was bullied in middle school. So
no, that's so evil.
Bird, Bobby's World, because my name, y'all hear Alexis, but my name, they would call me Bobby's World. Like my head was big. I'm telling y'all, when I started doing this work, every last single male, because I'm boys, okay? Every last single boy, man, when they grew up, always trying to spin the block. Like, oh, I never really thought that about you. Get out my face.
Right. Right.
I just didn't know it then. I let y'all bother me, and I was like very insecure. But when I started doing work, like confidence is a mindset. Like that's exactly what Raven's saying is like confidence is a mindset. It's like I know exactly who I am. You can't tell me nothing now, baby.
Right.
I got big dog eyes talking to me.
Right. And that's not to say that people that have insecurities cannot do this work or start this journey. It's built. That confidence is built
for you to do it. If you have
exactly.
it's
exactly
it to do it.
It's definitely built.
Spirit does not, and y'all, I use the word spirit, but I was told yesterday I got to stop using the word spirit because we are the spirit.
Right.
Whoever you report to, your divine, they don't want you to be in lack with anything. They're giving you a way to live in prosperity, live in abundance, without struggle, without heartache, without pain, without, insecurities. They're giving you a way. And this live right here is about to show you how you have already been doing it. Now you just need to walk in your power. I had to literally text that to somebody. She was like, I'm doing something wrong. I said, no, you just need to get your bullhorn out. Let the ones in the back know what you're doing.
Right.
It's time to speak up about it, and you walk with it. The energy just radiates off of you. Like she has light around her. The energy just radiates off of her. And I know my energy is big.
Right. Okay? Right.
I'm so loud. Oh, you can smell me?
Yeah, a lot of people don't know scents and perfume is a huge part of my glamour magical practices, I would like to say. So one reference I would like to mention, this was another practitioner when she was speaking to me. She was basically like, yeah, you're a scent. It's not overpowering, but a lot of people don't know that it draws people towards you. There are certain scents and fragrances where people are like, where'd you get that? Perfumes, colognes can initiate conversation. certain perfumes and colognes can repel conversation because not everybody need to be, it's a pH balance, all that other things. But just like if you flowers, so to speak, I don't know why a lot of people may think that Glamour Magick also could be used for dominating, which it can, but it's not always about dominating someone. But it is a good it's a good running factor if you have certain, not insecurities in yourself, but if you feel like the weak dog or the underdog and people are always constantly overmining you don't feel heard, your voice isn't. Glamour Magick is something that you can do to attract people to you, gain support, gain help, where you don't have to work as hard as your counterpart because people like you. It's an aura. So back to my reference, when it comes down to certain flowers or roses or tulips, they can be very poisonous, very deadly, but the look, the color, the scent draws it to you. Like, wow, that is so. And you don't know it's deadly. You just want to touch it. You just want to be in its. You just want to be in its. So this is when a lot of people don't understand certain mechanisms in how they could dress themselves to look a certain way, to be perceived a certain way. I don't know why people talk down on certain sex workers where it's like, oh, you just show pictures to get money. I'm like, I would love to take a picture and be up 1,000 in 1 hour. You don't have to do anything.
So how can now you tapped into the dress is sexy, the look is sexy. So
Yes.
how do we see Glamour Magick in our everyday like wear? The colors, the outfits, how do we see Glamour Magick? That like let people know this is by even dressing like this is Glamour Magick. Or like the
Well, a lot of people don't know. I'm sorry, a lot of people don't know that what they're doing is a Glamour Magick. If I'm about to go out on a date with my man, okay, if me and him about to go out on a date, and if I don't really feel like doing nothing, I'm gonna reserve myself, speak less, wear darker, warmer, neutral tones and colors. Or let me say, okay, let me not put myself into it. Let me put someone else that's going out on the first date and they're trying to attract someone. I spoke about this recently. They're going to wear more reds. Reds is passion, lust, fiery energy, very bright, exuberant. You don't see a lot of shy people wear bright colors. They don't wear the yellows. They don't wear you see more creatives wearing oranges. Orange is a creative color. Green, you ever associate green with the herbal witch or the person that's more in tune with the earth, um, woods and grounding. Yes, very grounding energy. So, say for instance, you want to go out, you want to, even for a man, I don't want to keep associating it with women, but men to seem more assertive, more powerful, more in your masculine energy, you're going to wear your blacks, you're going to wear some strong black colors. But a lot of women, they can wear red lipstick, red lipstick, red nails or whatnot.
My mama used to, that's the whore. She be like, big red nails.
Reclaim that power, seriously.
Wear red. I cannot wait.
Yeah, so, and it's not even just like a bright red. There's different tones. There's different shades of red. So if you're just not like a bright red cherry, if you want to still keep it sexy but still sophisticated, there's your mahoganies, and there's your darker shades that go into the purples and stuff. So I just love this. It's just the fact that I've been doing it for so long, and once I blended my spirituality into it, and I was like, wait, it's the fact I didn't think for a while, and this was years ago. Now I do this every day. So my background, I worked at a perfume shop. One of my first jobs. I love scents. When I come in, they put me at the front door simply because my energy was so loud. I knew how to talk to people. I knew how to converse. I knew how to get to sell a product. I was a seller. No sex attending, but I was a seller when it came down to getting someone. Okay, so what type of fragrances are you into? Are you fruity? Are you this? I always associated how people felt about me once I left the room, and I think that means a lot, because when you leave a room, Do you want to be talked about? And yeah, we don't need to come back. Versus you get a text, I still smell your scent. You smell so good.
Yeah.
Your aura your looks can capture someone, but what you do with it afterwards can keep that attention. And people think that Glamour Magick is to get people to do stuff for you, or to getting people to do stuff for you is you got a long list of friends, because you got people that enjoyed who you came off to be, or I can be the sickest person in the world. Like, as far as like, I don't feel like going now. I'm just stuffed up. I put my yellows on. I do me a little candle, and it don't have to be like a full blown out ritual, but I do what I like to say is energy manipulating. So even if I feel sick, I look in a mirror, put me on some lip gloss, get my lashes done. I feel great. People are going to love to talk to me. They're going to want to help. They're going to want to any of these affirmations that you say in the mirror to yourself, regardless of how you feel, it works. So if I go out, I'm not feeling the best, either people are going to be like, oh, okay, I'm sorry, it's nice to, or they're going to be people that just completely stay away from me. It really depends on your intent, your intentions, and how you do it. There's different forms. I don't know if Alexis want me to speak on it yet, but there's different everyday.
Listen, this is FaceTime.
I know, right? So
I got so much information. Pause for a second. I got so much information from your spaces. I want to let y'all know, like, this actually works. I wore my red lipstick to a catering thing that I had. I got tips, okay. I got tips. They had me in one section, and I was like, it might be cool, whatever. But then she came back. She was like, I need you in the front. I need you to come to the front. I have my little and I red lipstick on. I told it a little bit because I was with the other people. I told it a little bit, but I put my smile on, and when I put the lipstick on, at first I was feeling like, okay, I gotta leave my house, okay. But when I did, and I have been telling everybody, every woman that I know about your spaces, and
thank you.
It's just so much information, and then also like at your pictures and stuff, I can see your energy, your pictures, and I'm like, oh yeah, she do this.
Thank you, thank you.
Glam Magick, and then looking like who
did it and why.
I'm tired, or whatever the case is. Like it's out of your aura. So I'm like, I've been telling people, I was like, yeah. So I listen to this spaces, y'all, and I'm sharing it and stuff, and I'm like, oh, don't worry, y'all gonna get to put a face with it, because y'all will see why I'm
Right. Thank you. Like I said, people don't understand when you said about the red lipstick, which is crazy to me, because let me state this. Color corresponding, it doesn't, because there's women I know that don't like lipstick. I don't like red lipstick. And I know I say that, but the thing about it is there's so many different ways to, dare I say it, entice people, attract certain people. There's so many different ways where you can wear something and it doesn't, because when you think of like red, and you think of, because honestly, just like my breast tattoos, people gon', I'm already short. People gon', if I show it, I wouldn't wear this to a grocery store. I wouldn't wear this to a church. If I'm going out,
we at church right now. What you talking about?
This is our personal church. We are we own it. We are the priestesses here, okay? So, but honestly though, I don't want people to think, oh, well, if I want this man, I gotta put on this red lipstick I don't like. And if you already have that energy going into it, baby, it's not gonna work. But people don't know that red lipsticks are so bold and bright around the mouth. It automatically, people gonna look at your lips. Automatically, like
lips. Like I was talking, I was like, I was like, it don't even matter if my eyelash fell off right now. They ain't even looking at that. They I'm lucky I brushed my teeth today.
Right. I saw one billboard, and it's another form. Like, people don't understand Glamour Magick is in everything that we do. I saw another form, it was a billboard, and it was a guy with he just had like one tooth in the front. He was smiling, but the thing, I think the logo said something like smiles are so important. You don't understand that he's missing a whole eyebrow. And I realized he didn't even have an eyebrow.
Wow.
So people, your mouth is there like the first thing people will look at when they want to realize what they're talking to you about. So for a minute, I was very, very insecure about my teeth. I recently just got my teeth did. I don't have veneers, but I had to get fillings.
That's a message for somebody.
One second.
They teeth fixed, and it's okay to do it. Don't let society make y'all feel like it's not, okay? So I hope that you guys are like taking notes. I know that we are talking like over here, over there, over there, over there, but it all comes together. The information that Raven is sharing with y'all, y'all could just like, like put it together. Like, okay, she's gonna talk about color coordinations and okay, I don't know what that was, but she's gonna talk about I want to make sure I actually take a screenshot of.
I'm back.
Hey.
Yes. So, what was I talking about? Yeah, the lips. What you say you doing? Taking a screenshot of what?
No, I just wanted to take a screenshot of this name so that I could kind of like remember it later.
Okay.
So, what Raven is going to be telling you guys about is, well, I'll let her tell it because I cannot, when I be trying, I literally have like 2-3 pages and I was trying to explain from her live, but honestly, I started off taking notes for everybody and then I was like, hell no, I need notes for my damn self. And I don't know if you know. It says 3 hours and 34. But really finished it, it was 3 hours and 33 minutes.
I saw 333.
Yeah, it was listen, and I seen that too. Like when I got off, it was like 3 hours and I was like, I can't believe I've been sitting listening to somebody talk.
Yeah.
But I was like, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well that's cool. Money magnet, that's cool. I was like, let me take a screenshot. I just seen yeah. So no, it's cool. You can say as much as you want. I want you to know like I do want y'all to interact in the chat, and if you have questions, like share them or whatnot. If you have anything that you want to ask Raven about Glam Magic, me about just spirituality, or and even her too, because like I said, we're both practitioners.
Right.
I'm coming to realize that a lot of us brown girls actually teach and practice the same spirituality. It doesn't belong to anybody. It really doesn't belong to anybody.
Right.
It belongs to all of us. It belongs to our ancestors. It belongs to our grandmas, our great grandmas, our mamas. My mama been doing glam magic for I don't know how long. Okay,
Yes, I bet. Yep.
I really learned it from, like for real, for real. And when it comes to like even ritual works, it gets deep, and it's going to get deeper than just this live. So don't feel intimidated to not ask a question, and don't feel like you are even after this live ends. I always tell people like slide up in my comments, come on to our social media. Our social media information will be will be in the description, so you'll be able to connect with us afterwards. Raven acts like me, where she will give you everything overshare. She also does not take credit for anybody else's work.
Yeah.
So if it's hers, she'll let you know it's hers. So move accordingly with the information that you get from her, because Y'all know I'm big. Y'all seen my lives. Y'all know I'm big on people. But me and her had a discussion, and we're going to stop saying that, people are stealing from us. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We are visionaries. That's the word that she gave me. She was like, "You a visionary," because I woke
Yeah.
up on something else. And spirit has been quieting me. Not spirit, my deity, Balamuki, has been quieting me. To speak when I need to speak, but not in chaos. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
don't you don't have to retract your messages, because you never know who else needs to see the message that you wrote. Whenever I go to people classes,
Mm-hmm.
I take people classes. Okay. I want to say that too. I take people classes. Sometimes I take their classes just to be on some, let me see if this is my information shit. But
Right.
I take people classes, and what I do is, when I get into when I get out of body, not into body, when I get out of body messages, I can hear other people that's in the class that's like, let me ask this, let me ask that, let me ask this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been in a few occult colleges, I've been in a few sacred woman groups, and I could feel energy. So if you have a question, I'm going to probably be the one to be like, okay, so let me ask you this, because we got fucking questions on how to really.
Right.
We've been lied to for a long time and dismissed and dumbed down women in this spiritual world. But women are the ones that keep the churches open. Preach.
Most
Okay.
most definitely.
So yeah. All right, Raven.
So
Go
basically, but basically, with what she said, I will let you all know. Hey, just like in the spaces that I was on X or Twitter or whatever you call it, the only two candle magic rituals or spell work that I was called to do was my own. Okay, I didn't pull from any, and there's another thing too. So there's different type of practitioners. Even though I am a glamour, as I would say, enchantress, I like to enchant things I use on my body, things I use on my. You can enchant things, charm them, whether it be talismans, crystals, however you choose to work with. How I teach is specifically unique to me. So, say for instance, people talk about crystals a lot. I would like to say, well, I don't use crystals too much, but there have been times where I get the green opals where it's connected to your heart chakra. You can beautify your life in every 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 step of the way. Every step of the way.
Listen, y'all. This right here is the most. This is a pink rose quartz. This
Mm-hmm.
This is the most manipulative love stone ever.
Manipulate.
You you could be having a argument with your man. This is when your kids ain't listening to you. This is what you need. You, you, you feeling? I wouldn't even. This is a self love stone, but this is a overall. I'm gonna get what I need out of this love work.
Right.
However that show up in your life. Pink rose quartz.
Right. So like when I say how I teach is I share, even though Alexa say I tend to overshare, it's because I have so much that's within me that I end up saying, and then at the end of it all, I'm like, wait, I forgot to say it. I forgot to say I add a tag lock on that candle on Spaces where I added my piece of my hair, and damn it, they don't forget. But anywho, but I did forget to say that though. I did add strands of my hair to the edge of the candle, not
Um,
the skull candle, the lady feminine pink
wanna
one.
do you want to share one of your like one of your candle workings, like what you would do? Because you did tell us about it on the spaces. Do you want to share that?
You want me to walk you through it?
I want you to do what you feel you want to share. Like you said on the spaces, you said that
Oh,
you
I
had,
can tell you what I did.
okay, you had a lot of stuff for us, right? Now, she can't share the pictures here because I haven't figured that part out, okay? One day
Right.
record a video and then we're
Mhm.
gonna put it in there, okay?
Okay. Because
Um,
actually, the pictures that I sent you, if you want to post them, you can, because they're actually on my page. I just can post them in the chat. If I sent you some. Please show that. Because I realized once I went to sleep, because I was thinking of the tangible objects that you can buy from a metaphysical store, I forgot to add the fact that I added my own pieces of
So
hair. That's the second one.
Okay.
And that's the that's the
Okay.
that's
So
the one that's the very first one. Add
it's
your hair. You don't see at the bottom of that, but I added my hair around that. I had to add a tag to it.
I thought that was listen. I seen that. I thought that was pubic hair.
No, it's hair from my scalp. But if you want to, you know, I personally wouldn't. It would depend on your intent. It depends on your intent.
So I want to tell y'all, because when we talking, okay, one thing that I wrote down because I felt called to say one thing that I have wrote down, and I'm about to let me go to it in my journal. Okay.
You got notebooks. I wish I had a notebook. I got my grimmer here. My nail just popped off. You see this? I said I got my grimmer here, but I didn't have my manifesting book. Oh my gosh, my nails keep popping off.
I write notes. I write. I write. Okay.
I love writing too. That's why I'm like, when it comes down to this, I can't like read, but like, so what I did was everything was just like, but let me write this down so I can, teach thoroughly.
Okay, so I want to tell y'all something about DNA, okay? This is a disclosure. Mm-hmm. Okay, not use anyone's DNA or essence without their permission. This carries karmic consequences and repercussions. This spell word will always backfire, either on you or said person. Later on, okay, you might not see it right away, but you cannot alter anybody's journey. Like, you don't have permission. You have to ask, okay? I know you be like, okay, well, I'm tapped in. They soul gave me permission. I say that a lot when I'm doing like certain readings, okay? But I'm not taking nobody's picture, setting it up, putting it into something, and then throwing my DNA in there, okay? I'm not doing that. I've been with my husband 11 years, and I have never ever done anything to this man without his permission. And then you need to know the difference between soul permission and ego when doing your work. If you are using somebody's DNA to dominate them, you're working out of ego. Okay? You're working out of ego. You need to do some, you need to put your own DNA on there, and you need to be able to dominate yourself. Because if you truly are gifted in doing this work, people are going to listen to you and what you got to say. Okay? And your man, your mom, your friends, your enemy, your rival, they're going to listen to you. Okay? You obey me. Obey me or
hello.
Obey me or
I'm glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that, because even when it comes, here's the thing too, because I did this recently, but a lot of people don't know that prayers are one of the strongest. Okay, the strongest, even if it's for a friend that I love and care for. If I tell her I'm in the middle of a cleansing, I let her know. I don't just say my prayers. I write them down. Like, I wrote her like a whole 2-3 page prayer of what I wanted to intend for her, what she was going to experience, and everything. And I asked her before I did it. I said, "Hey, do you want me to anoint this prayer, put some herbs in it, light it up?" And she was like, "Sure, of course." And I was like, "I'm not touching nothing. I'm not doing nothing until you tell me this is what you want to do. I got this herb, I got that herb. What you want me to?" I don't want to do no work on anybody that, especially since she don't even live in the state of, where I live at. So even when you think you're doing something from a place of goodwill, which it can be, you still want to have that extra added layer of oomphness, because not only with me doing that prayer does she know, okay, Raven has, prayed for me, and I sent her pictures. I let her know, hey, this is what I pray. I sent her a voice note. We finna go through this prayer together. I was crying in the voice note. So we work.
Our Raven prayers work. So when y'all play this back and y'all need a prayer from her, y'all need to with her, book her. Like, her prayers work. I did for her, and she was like, "I just prayed about this," and I did not know she prayed about it.
Yes,
Like,
literally.
Hey, and I was gonna tell her, don't be doing that little magic on me, but then I back because do that fucking magic on me, sis.
I feel like
I'm building you up. We building together.
Right. And
okay.
If more people start actually becoming into, and we'll talk about that later. I think I told you about neighborly protections, where I went through this a lot, where I was. First off, let me finish my story. This is what I mean by I get to rambling. So I sent her pictures of the prayer that I had. I told her what herbs I had. I said, look, if you need more money, I got spearmint. I can add this. So yes, please. And could you add some such and such? I said, you know what, honestly, this herb and this herb don't mix. I don't want to mix them together so that the intention, let me just add one herb. Just let me, she said, okay, yeah, that's fine. And I did what I had to do with it. But with me saying that is, you can have good intentions for someone, but you still want to let it be known, hey, this was done for the greater outcome of you. So not only do hell, sometimes when I'm doing, candle magic, my friend, hey, put a prayer in for me too while you're doing it. And I don't know if you know the one lady that was in the spaces, she was like, girl, ever since you did that, I ain't been able to, that was her.
I heard it. She said she had $1 since that.
And the thing was,
for her, put that work on with her.
And the thing was, I didn't have to have her DNA. I didn't have to have anything. I didn't even know what she exactly wanted. I just let it be known, hey, I'm doing this for me. And a lot of times, and I say this too to my dude too, I be like, the work that I do, when this is why it's so important for protections as well. We'll get there later. When you are doing magic or some form of spirituality where you're constantly in contact with blessings, prosperity, wealth, luck, friends, support, anything that's good, people that you love, they're going to profit off of that, which is why it's important to keep genuine people around you. Absolutely. You don't want the wrong people getting your blessings that you are supposed to have, and then it's good that they're blessed, but a lot of people will misuse the blessings you give them, even when it comes down to knowledge. I have to be very careful with the words that I say. Everybody I talk to, my friends, I tell them I gotta pray about that. I have to pray about that. I tell my dude a lot too. Like me, I don't like to stress about money. Like I'm not a. It's an energy. Money is an energy too. Like it comes, it goes, depending on how. I just don't worry. I don't stress. I'm not saying that people shouldn't, but I had to let him know, hey, it's how you talk about things. Stop. And now he tells me, he said, man, ever since you've been telling me that, I'm more careful with my words. I'm more careful with the intent. Words are spells. Cursive, when you look at the definition, cursive, it's curse. When you're spelling things, it's a spell. Your words give meaning to things.
Yeah.
And
there are manifestations that literally are manifestations.
Yeah, I wish my dad was here, because he doesn't know it, but he is a true emperor in his own right. Like he has taught me the things, even when it comes down to certain astrology aspects. Growing up, he would just be like, Raven, do you really know what Christianity is? No, Dad. Well, let me tell you, it's the study of the sun, the moon, and the stars. That's all it is. Like he would let me know that and be like, the effects when you have your period, it goes with the moon cycle, and it affects your emotions. And he teaches me these things, but at the same token, he claims that he is an atheist. So, but I have a very spiritualist mom that's always about, hey, I bind that up. She constantly say that. Growing up, I'm like, what do you mean? If she hears something she don't like, I rebuke that. I bind it up. I don't like that. I'm not going to accept that. And what we're starting to see now in the spiritual community, and I don't mean to get off topic, you see a lot of people claiming things that aren't theirs. Okay? You see a lot of people claiming, whether it be reads, predictions, that are just negative based. And you see a lot of people say, oh, I claimed it. I was getting stalked last week. It was a person that was trying to kill me. Hey. But if it is the truth, you can claim it. You're claiming it for yourself. I want people to know this.
Glamour Magick, they not getting stalked. They oh, you know what? Pause on that. Skip the people. Let's go to this. tell me about Glamour Magick and how you can use it for protection.
Okay. So many different ways. Oh my gosh. Okay, what's the first thing?
You said something about being stalked, and you mentioned that in your live. I have people that I know that I invited on here, and they have stalkers. Okay, they have real life stalkers. I know, and people
real life or
no, like real life.
Oh, okay.
When I say that, when you were doing your spaces, you were channeling a lot.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I said when you talked to me about it afterwards, I said that. When was this? That's why I'm like, sometimes it's best to let me ramble because I don't remember.
And you was like, this gonna be for somebody. This gonna be for somebody. This gonna be for somebody. When I say that I shared your shit with people that they ain't heard from me since last year.
Wow. Thank you for that.
And I was like, because I know that they, not only are they probably stalkers, I love y'all. I don't. Mm-hmm. I don't. Let me.
I get it. We get it.
I put a truth spell on myself. So sometimes when I tell fabrication, I gotta come back and fix it. Okay. I care for people. But it's important that, I make it aware that, women, y'all might not, it doesn't matter if it's a woman that's stalking you or a male that's stalking you. What Reagan was talking about in her live was about how to use Glamour Magick on certain things. And what I got was, let's say you work at a club, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look, yeah, you wanna call people to you so you can get that money, but you also like really don't want people in your face. I used to work at a club, so I know about being there. You like, hi baby, yeah, and then you walk away. Okay, you put on this show when you're there, but when you walking out to your parking lot, you really like, in nowadays, I live in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Where I was working at last night, I was like, my husband asked me, he was like, so did they take y'all back to y'all car when y'all was done? I was like, no, because the girl that I was working with was very beautiful too, right? Okay, we was killing it. So I'm like, he was like, did they take y'all back to y'all car? I was like, no, actually, I thought about it. Like, it actually was very unsafe, even though I felt safe because I feel safe. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. I know that I'm protected. But just women in general, when we doing certain work, spiritual work, certain energy work, I don't want y'all to get what's the word? Greedy. So you also got to put up I don't even think greedy is the word, okay? But you also got to put up a protection layer. You got to wards, shields. You have to put those on. Don't move too fast. It's very important. It's a message to slow down that came in the download last night. Like, it's okay when you done. Don't hurry up and run to your car. Now throw your shield up. Mm-hmm. So just like you refresh your lipstick, just like you refresh your perfume. So it's two things. Let me say. I have to put that instant on. It's two things. So I want you to talk about wards, shields, and then also using sigils.
Who's about to get into it? Thank you.
On things, because what I did yesterday after listening to your space, I used a sigil, and she brought that back to me because I've been using sigils for a long time and forgot that this is a sigil.
Yes.
I forgot to put the word with what it is that I'm drawing.
Exactly.
I hit that spray on myself in my perfume before I walked out that building because I'm like,
look, and I'll show people how to make one too. Okay, and it's not my specialty. I just know the thing about your craft is unique to you, but there are some things that I can mention that I don't specifically do for myself, but I know about it. Because one thing about it is I'm going to know about something and I'm going to be knowledgeable in this subject, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I will do it. It's better to know.
You know what this is just remembering. This is
you're right.
your reincarnated beings. We've been here. And another download that I got was that um we're not even necessary witches. We're actually priestess. We reincarnated deities. We are reincarnated orishas. We are reincarnated goddesses and gods and loas and mumbo. Okay.
Right.
So the work is already in us. We already
Exactly.
in our past lives and we're just remembering. So let's
Right.
talk about these
And this,
go ahead.
okay. So basically, before we talk about the warding and the shield, I'm glad you said that there are different layers. So when it comes down to Glamour Magick, I also want you to write this down too, because this is also very, very good for days where people don't feel compelled to. I don't know why people think, well, every day for me, I feel like every day is a ritual for me. But actively doing work, you don't just actively throw out spells changing the energy in your life. Was this also very bad as well? But there's something called a contingency spell. Okay, this is good for pretty much everybody. So contingency spell work. You can put in whether it be a candle or a cleansing charm, a talisman, or whatever you would like to do. So with what you mentioned earlier about, spraying that around you, there is, and I probably need to write this down because there's a specific order. So contingency spells are basically spell work you do beforehand that activates under a certain circumstance.
Okay.
It was one YouTuber. She didn't call it a contingency. She called it a tripwire spell. And I like how she said it. She called it a tripwire spell. So basically, on days, if you're, say for instance, you don't know you about to be out late at night or 2:00 in the morning and your man ain't with you, there could be a contingency spell to where, hey, once these actual predicaments happen, it will be activated. I am protected. I am shielded. I am a million war angels come to me and protect me. I don't have to worry about being looked at, fought at, negative energies repel itself from me. So whether that be with shielding, warding, contingency spell work in that way. So that is just an extra layer for days where, oh my gosh, this is an emergency. I need to hurry up and do this. It's already been done beforehand once you had all that extra energy added up.
Absolutely.
So that's basically, I would say, first and foremost, have that contingency. Just like, okay, I spoke in my spaces briefly about how on social media, if people have negative thoughts or feelings about me, they don't come to me, they just block me. That's a contingency spell because before, I don't want to have to do spell work to protect myself or protective work at that time, because right now you already coming at me wrong. I have it to where whoever views my page with ill intent, their first go to is, I don't like her stuff, block. And that's what I wish more people would do, honestly, because those contingency spell work, and it can be whatever. Contingency spell work actually can fall under warding. It can fall under shielding, because when you're doing your warding and shielding, you can make it to where, hey, whenever someone does da 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 da, or whenever I am in da 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 da, or if someone is to da 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 da, this will be activated under this specific spell, and it works. So there can be days where you don't feel like giving your energy to or doing a spell where you don't have the ingredients. You don't have the contingency falls under so many different levels that people don't know. I'm sorry, you got a question. I can
No,
feel
I do not got a question, girl. I am just in awe. I need to go get my bell so I can read the motherfucking bell here. It's like I'm. This is something that we doing. This is something that we doing. Cause
yeah, and
I put a truth spell out there. That's a contingency spell I'm seeing.
exactly. People don't know that they doing it already, but there's something I don't want to move too fast because when I'm talking, it's what else do I have to say about contingency spells? You just do it on, I want to say, low maintenance days. If you have a low maintenance, or you have a emergency, if there's an emergency going on, and you could do a contingency spell for, hey, if I have a family member that's sick, this is what, it's not just for protection, but I like them simply because, especially now since I am like at home and I'm not out in the field right now, social media, just like in 2020, it was huge. Everybody was exchanging energies on Zoom, live. Anybody can profit off of what you have to give, and they will take it. Okay, so it's also good to protect yourself. And I'm gonna add another thing too when it comes down to sigil. What? I keep getting stuff. It's just coming in and out. I'm like, dang, I should have wrote this down. But this is just stuff I've learned over time. So I'm trying to take it slowly. When it comes down to contingency work, you can't necessarily overdo it because it's not being done in that specific like time, I would say.
Yeah.
So say for instance, I did protection work. I want to say it was more so of, it was defensive. It wasn't really um it was defensive. I don't want to harm anyone that's coming to my doorstep, but I want to shield my energy and redirect theirs. So people that don't know the difference. So warding to me is basically like, hey, whatever you're coming with, redirect it the other way. Shielding is I have a shield up of my own energy to where this is my sacred place. If you stay in a home and you want to ward your own aura and your positive energy, and you have someone come to your doorstep, they don't know that I have a sigil that says I'm protected. I am protected, or I am loved, I am shielded from negative energy underneath my doormat, and that sigil is activated as soon as you step on it. That, or like we talk about the devil's shoestring, put some devil's shoestring on there. Sigils can be used and worn like even people put it, like I said, in there. We haven't even gotten the sigils yet, and I'm talking about it. But those are just different ways. Sigils worn in your shoe when you walk into a certain place. Sigils that are written on a bay leaf and burned and used for your other candle magic. People don't know.
This is
Yes.
my cash apps and stuff. Okay.
Right.
But I got this behind there. So
Right.
it will fall under a contagious spell, right?
Sigils are for everything. People don't.
Right.
A heart sign is a sigil. Okay, when I'm doing my makeup and I feel like I need a little bit more love, I put my concealer on. It's in it's shape of a heart, just like what's that called? Invisible ink, where you put it on. You're just smoothing out the intentions. I need a little bit more love today. Put my concealer in. You're just smoothing in that intention for you. Like, this is, I need to look pretty. I need to feel. People can make their own sigils, but I'm gonna keep this brief because it's so many different ways.
No.
So many different ways.
Okay, yeah.
I don't want to say I'm gonna keep it brief because every time I keep it brief, it'd be 30 minutes.
But I actually made my own too.
Yes.
I'm
So
tell y'all about it.
it's okay. So sigil work, there's different forms. There is word forms, there's symbol form, and then there's just art form. So for me, word form is when you first thing, you want to stay away from words that say I want, I need, I wish, I hope, because you want to start off as, hey, we're already living in it. Like, this is present tense. Or you can say I want protection, or I want not want, but I am protected. I am love. I am shielded from negative hate. I am shielded from lies. Or I know. You want to stay in present tense. You never want to write in past tense, because past tense means that you're just pushing that energy out into the universe, letting it know that you want that thing. And it's not. You never want to say I want. It's I am, I have, or whatever form in present tense. So say for instance, I'm to write down, and we talk about Glamour Magick. Say for instance, I'm to write down. This is my favorite word too. I am enthralling. Okay, if I was to write down, I am enthralling. Okay, and make sure they're like block letters to where you can actually scratch out and do things. You can drop the vowels. So if you know your vowels, A, E, I, O, U, you drop the vowels. You drop the double letters, and you make your symbols from what's left over. Some people don't even drop certain words. They choose. They drop the double letters, but they keep the vowels, and they do it from different symbols and different words from their alphabet. So that's one way. And then what's the other one? There was word form. There was text form. Was that art form? This is art form is more of an intuitive thing.
Yeah.
So one way I saw that was actually shown to me, it was somebody, I think theirs was I eat healthy or something like that, or I eat healthy. And she was like, you have to think of what do you see when you incorporate eating healthy? Well, I see salad. So she just started like scribbling, and it doesn't have to look perfect, but there's people that you can pay to do sigils. But like for me, if I want to do one at home, like right now, it would literally just come from the top of my head, and I would just get to scribbling things and making sure that, okay, this is what it could be. Oh, back to what I said. I'm talking too fast. So you can do your I eat healthy sigil in a form of a salad bowl with a circle around it, meaning you're
Yeah.
always eating healthy.
Okay.
There's just so many ways that people can make sigils. It does not have to be perfect. Once again, it is yours. It's your own energy that you're putting into it. A lot of people get, if you watch Harry Potter is every house name, that's a sigil that stands for something. Okay, people get the Harry Potter sigil tattooed on them all the time. Like that's just what was the sigil name? A house of, I
You
don't know, it's been years.
watch Harry Potter.
Okay, well, get into
I,
it. It's fine.
I never watched. I have never watched Harry Potter. Everybody around me has. Kids got the books. They read. They actually read.
Could you expand on the word?
So if you expand on the word as far as using it as a sigil and dropping the letters and vowels, and the significance again, I guess. So I can answer this, but if you can, so
I'll let you answer because I didn't see what they wrote. All I saw was, could you expand?
so you'll write the alphabet out. This is the easiest way to do it. Write the alphabet out, right? And you're gonna write your name out, your full name. You can write your full name out, and then you have the letters that's left over after you take the vowels out. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Alexis, my name is Alexis. I'll take the A out, the E out, and the I out. So now I have L X S. So I would use the L. So
And this is different forms too, because the way she makes it may be like completely. She can use the L, the X, and the S, and some people would take parts of the alphabet, parts of the L, parts of excuse me, parts of the S, and make it. So everybody has their own creative flow when it comes down to that.
L X S. These are the letters that I have left over after I take out the vowels, right? So me, I like arrows. Like I love arrows. If you see me, I'm drawing an arrow on whatever. Everything is up. Okay. So I might hit it with a curve. I might, throw an arrow in there. This might be an arrow here going up. Anything needs to be balanced or grounded. The first thing I suggest though is to write out your intentions. When you get into I don't know, Raven, did you say write out intentions? Or
Yes, write out what your intention is in the sigil. Yes.
so I'm actually looking for something. I was looking for I probably just need to go into my pictures. I was looking for
Oh, I can show them the ones I sent you from my phone since I'm not on my phone. I
And
can
then
just.
she mentioned art sigils too. Well, an intuitive sigil art. This is one that I wrote. This is my sigil. I put it at the front. This is my beginning of the year journal,
Mm-hmm.
and I put it at the front of my journal and at the end. Yep, there you
So
go.
somebody,
You welcome.
more negative one. So somebody drew this because it is a artsy, or even this one. I like this one. I love my body.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing just by looking at it, because it actually looks like a mirror. You know, when you're actually in the mirror and you're.
It does. And the
Yeah.
triangle that's within it,
Mm.
a body.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
body.
you're saying
Yeah.
the same thing I'm saying. So
Yeah.
yeah, sigils can be completely like. Actually, you know what? I thought I saved a picture of someone like making it. I guess not. But anywho, let me tell you the things that can be done with that sigil. As far as Glamour Magick, I use my main like go-to oil. I'm not really in the dome oil anymore because I'm not trying to dominate anyone. I had to realize self-reflection here. It really all stems from up here. Not my braids, but my mind. Like it really all stems from up here. And when I say my mind, I'm saying people don't realize that it's not that they want domination over someone. It's the fact they want to be heard. They want to be catered to. They want to be understood. They want to be. So all this takes shadow work. Okay. If anyone, y'all know what shadow work is, a lot of times, just like I had to do, I had to realize, wait, I don't really want this person. I want what they had to offer. Anybody to offer me what they gave me, but I'm too busy trying to dominate and get that from that one person when I'm not even giving it to myself. So, anywho, I went from like the dome oil, and now I use attraction oil. Now, my attraction oil, and I don't want to say mine, but of course it's bought from the store, but it's an attraction oil where you can use to dress candles. Some oils are not safe to put on your body. Y'all do y'all research. I can't think for y'all. Uh, you can. I wear it on myself sometimes, not all the time. It also could be used when I'm doing my makeup in the mirror. You can actually like write out the sigil like on the mirror, activated. Hey, this is what I see. I see a beautiful person. This is what when people see me, I am mystique. I am enthralling. People love to talk to me. People love to work with me. People love to reach out to ask for help, advice, and that's another thing that I let me stick on the sigils, honey, because my mind is be going. So, with another thing with sigils is it can be charged. People can charge it. One person I know, they said they charged it under dark moon water before the sun rose up. They charge their sigil. You can if it even has it don't even have to have anything to do with money. What you about
The
to say?
guys is the new moon.
Say
Okay.
that again.
I was just telling them the dark moon.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I keep going out every. But yes, most definitely. Some people write their sigils on. I saw one sigil, one lady, she loves cats, and she wrote "I attract cats," and she got that tattooed on her. And it's like a cat. It's cute though. I don't want to judge it. It's cute. It's like a little cat. It's a cat symbol, and then there's like another symbol at the bottom of it, and it was just so cute. But
Okay.
huh?
Okay, cats are protective. Okay.
To some people. Cats love me, but cats sort of scare me a bit. But they love me when I come around. They see my nails and they be just won't. But yeah, that's good for her. If she want to attract all the cats in the world, that's fine. She got a tattoo on her. But it could be written on bay leaves. So a lot of people associate bay leaves with money, prosperity, abundance, whatever you want it to be at that specific time. Write it on a bay leaf, burn it, don't throw it away, don't wisp it into the keep it and use it for your other spells. Okay, that sigil intention is already in that bay leaf. Okay, what's another reason? Oh, the cross actually. That's a sigil. My mom used to love walking around with oil, like anointing oil. And no, seriously, with anointing oil and anoint all the doors in our houses.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah, sure, yeah.
I don't want to say I guess growing up, I would, I was young, like 8 or 9 years old, where I felt compelled to do that one day. And she was like, She came home and she was like, Raven, why are there crosses on all the doors? And I couldn't explain to her why. I said, I don't know. I just felt like I needed to do it. And she was like, oh, okay. And then she got on the phone with, my powder just, she got on the phone with her mom, which was an evangelist. And she was like, oh, some probably told her in the spirit, y'all need an extra protection. Y'all need an extra protection. So when I did that, now she does it. And she's just like, I don't know, I feel, she was like, come here, pray for your mama. And it's just, sigils are not just, it's what you want it to be. We see it every day out in the world.
Yeah.
You can put sigils. Like I said I put a heart. But if I was to make one that says I am protected from harm, and I know I'm about to work at the strip joint, and I put this sigil, y'all can look up sigils that y'all want to use if y'all don't want to sit down. And like I say, this it's really not hard. It's just that some people would rather be. I show people, like I said, I make up my own, spells and rituals. I don't really. You can use other people's too. Like, yeah, that works. But I like to say that I'm eclectic in a way of I can hear something, be like, let me go to the store. Let me see what this herb is for. Let me use color correspondence to do this. I feel impelled to do this. Let me like this. Let me add this. Let me take this out. That's what eclectic means to me, meaning I can choose from any practice that I would want if it works for me. But what I do has been tried and true for me.
So
For me.
listen. Somebody asked, and then you said something too. So
I didn't see it. I'm not seeing the chat right now. I'm sorry.
Huh?
I'm not seeing the chat right now.
Oh, you can't see it?
Mm-mm. It's like it'll pop up. Somebody said something about cats, but it's not a constant thing. It's not like visible to me the whole way.
No, when you were saying she got the sigil of the I love cats. She said cats. Like,
yeah.
I agree. I ain't getting no sigil of I love cats, okay? I like my cat.
No, she said I attract cats, meaning she wanna attract the cats.
No. So so someone and you burn them. Now listen. When it comes to burning the sigil, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you are going to burn a sigil, it needs to be on a petition. Like, why are you burning this sigil? Why are you burning this money? It can be on like ancestor money. That's my. Let me not even say that's my opinion. Look, that's my history with burning this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You said it needs to be on who?
It needs to be on a petition. Like if you write out a petition. So
Okay.
I have wrote out a petition and
that's
then
another thing.
A sigil at the bottom of it. That
Mm-hmm.
that particular petition was going to be burned because I'm sending it up. Okay.
Right.
So it's okay to burn the sigil that way.
Mm-hmm.
I would say you would really tap in with your spirit, like with your work, your practice, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, feel called to set that motherfucker on fire, set that motherfucker on fire. I'm a fire sign. So shit be burning over here, okay?
Yeah.
I'm heavy fire and water. So shit be burning and shit be drowning. Okay.
And some people actually use
Ocean and yeah. But Raven spoke on like, writing sigils to carry it on you as protection.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of like, so you can use the sigil. You get what I'm saying? Like I got my notebook. I wrote this. I'm not gonna tell y'all what this sigil is for because it's my own private sigil.
Right.
Okay. And I am never gonna see this anywhere else. Y'all are never gonna see this anywhere else. But when I first learned about sigils, I actually learned it from a witch, a real witch. Okay. She ain't even a black descent. Okay. So, because I told y'all at the beginning that I won't even get into that. Okay. Listen, she is a real practicing witch. Okay. That was the first time that I learned about sigils. And I used to buy her sigils. I put them on my windows. They work. I don't have visitors that I don't want. Whether it's physical or spiritually. Okay, because I do get spirits up in here, so I don't have it. Those type of problems. I put sigils on my money, papers and stuff. When I'm done with it, I either when you're done working with something. Now let's say you put a sigil on your lipstick, right? Now this lipstick is done, it's gone. You ain't got no more. You need to go back to the store, get you some more, right? What you with this bottle? This is about where it comes into like recycling and doing all that stuff. It's nothing that I can do with this lipstick bottle. Y'all look at my lipstick. Ain't that so pretty? Okay. It's not even red. It's like burgundy or something. I don't know. It's sexy. So listen, when I get done with that, I'm gonna toss it in the trash. I'm done with it. I don't know. I don't know, but I am gonna put a sigil on that motherfucker now that Raven then talked about it. I'm like, I ain't putting no sigil on my lipstick. I put it on my money yesterday on my money boxes. I had it in my shoes. She really brought the information back to me for me to like, oh girl, you used to be walking around with sigils in your shoes. I have a cabinet full of bay leaves, and she mentioned that I'm about to go grab me some bay leaves. I'm gonna put a sigil on one side, and I'm gonna put affirmations on the other side, and I'm gonna take me a bath on the new moon. I'm gonna take me a bath on what I'm trying to manifest for the next.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I'm gonna set them. Okay,
and a lot of. I'm sorry. Were you done talking?
I'm done.
Okay. Another thing with sigils, I'm glad we're bouncing off because you're bringing it back to me. A lot of people talk about not just protection, but protection through social media, or protection from harm. Because lately, I've been hearing a lot of people say, "Hey, how do I deflect? Not reflect. Okay, there's a difference. How do I deflect evil eye from people viewing my page?" Now, when you are, people need to be cognizant. My mom used that word a lot. Cognizant of the attention that you bring out, especially if you are an influencer. I don't care, you can have 100 followers. People still will go on your page and be thinking whatever ways. So if you have a phone case, I know people put sigils on their phone case. Look, like inside, there could be a protective sigil inside.
I'll show y'all. I'm on my phone.
Yeah. It can be a protective sigil inside of this, whether you can put sigils in your wallets with some cinnamon. You can attract money. There's so many ways. I'm glad you mentioned putting it on your windows. I ain't putting none on my windows, but I'm so I'm so glad.
Every portal where I know there is portals that I cannot close in my home, I have a sigil there.
Right. And speaking of not just sigils, but there are some people that have pets that can't burn smoke. I like a good smoke cleansing. I like to open up my doors, and there's sprays you can make. It was one thing I wrote in my grammar. Okay, so there's a difference between, I didn't say it in my spaces. Thank you. Yes. There is a difference between a grammar or grimoire, however you pronounce it, and like a book of shadows. So for me, my where is it? Anywho, this is something that I would call my book of shadows, only because what I write here is not for other people to see. It is my personal collection of what I've learned, what I do, whether it be tarot spreads for myself, certain spells that I feel like.
I just heard this is about to be repeated. Go ahead.
Well, let me be quiet then, and let me hold on.
No, because you already started. And that was something too. Don't half-ass share.
I'm sorry. This book of shadows. Book of Shadows. Sorry, not Grimmer. I confused the two. I was looking. This is my Book of Shadows. So, Book of Shadows. If you want to think, if you want to compare the two and remember what it is, Grimmers. You can find Grimmers in Barnes and Noble. There's just like, hey, here's the recipe. This is what I do.
Okay.
Grimmers normally could be shared. There's certain there are certain covens that be like, this is our grimmer and this is how we practice. Because like I said, spirituality is not like just a one set based thing. So your grimmer can be focused on, healing people, what you've been, all this stuff. But your book of shadows is, hey, I did this spell because this happened. This is what I got, and this is the outcome of it. So like BOS, book of spells, book of shadows, normally are not shared with people that you don't trust. Okay, so you have your grimmers and you got your book of shadows or your book of spells, two completely different things. I don't have to hide my grimmer if someone is to come over that I don't feel, but my book of shadows can't nobody. I mean, nobody at all. Like, every time my dad would be in my car, like, Raymond, your spell book. Like, in the trunk, like, you left the spell book. And, he was like, you need to talk about this in your life. You need to. I'd be like, Daddy, no. Just leave it alone.
If y'all don't want people reading y'all stuff too, because I have Book of Shadows, okay? And
yeah.
if you don't want people using your stuff, put a sigil in it.
Yes.
Doing it. It works.
Yeah. So, but I'm glad, like what I was saying, if anyone has pets, I don't, but I like a smoke cleanse. Now there's some people that prefer sprays. So and now this can be shared. So again with the sigil for the dark moon water, this was a good protective spray. Okay. So you got your dark moon water, distilled water, charged up. You got your clove. Say that again.
I'm telling them to get their notebooks, get their pens.
Okay. It's only three things, okay? You got your clove resin along with that dark moon water that has been sitting out literally overnight. Don't let the sun touch it. And then you got your dragon's blood resin. So you got your clove resin, your dragon's blood resin, and then your dark moon. But like I said, if you want to add your protectional herbs or what your dragon's blood incense, what's going on. Me, I like to have multiple things burning. That's why I be having to open up windows. I like to have my incense running, the doors open. I like to have a candle, and I like to have this sage, because not only before you do any type of spell work, you want to make sure that before you get into it, that you cleanse your aura. A lot of people end up they don't cleanse themselves. So this is what happens when you don't cleanse yourself. Say for instance, you want to how do I say this? You want to say that again.
No.
Okay. You want to cleanse yourself of or rid yourself of negative energy. You want to rid yourself of negative energy. The only reason I say you open them doors, that the energy needs someplace to go. Okay, you're trapping yourself in there with they need somewhere to go. You have just not just warded your door, but you just put a shield up on your door. You're smoking up everything, and now you're trapped in there with them negative energies. It's a layer of protection. So before I do my candle work, I cleanse myself. I don't know what energies I've picked up on before I started doing this. I make sure I cleanse myself. I cleanse the space to make sure whatever energy is here is not here. Not the fact that I want to get the energy's moving, but I need it to go and clear so that I can bring new energy in. So just make sure them doors are open. If you have pets, pets really can, their senses, there's certain herbs, oils and stuff that you can't even smoke, stuff that you can't just bring around them. So please do your due diligence. Research this stuff. Look it up. I keep saying it's not hard, but I can't keep saying it because I have too many friends that reach out to me with questions that I think are just really that is easily accessible. But I'm glad I prayed about this. I said, if people need help, if I need help, make it to where I can reach out, to Alexis. Alexis, do you think I should do this? Do you think, or I can't say, hey, it's easy, just look it up. But here I am saying, don't trust everything you read. me, like I said,
discernment. Know the source that it's coming from. Okay,
yes.
the source that it's coming from. Has this source been? I don't know. When it comes to getting stuff off of social media, has this source been discredited before?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I like to check 2, 3, like say for instance, if you're looking up a good protective herb or a certain spell, which I don't like looking up spells, but hey, if you do, that's cool. That's good. Check between 2 and 3, maybe even 4 different sources, because if they all saying pull your shirt up a little, is that me? Are they telling me to put my shirt up? Okay, hold on. They must got kids in the house. My bad. I need to go put on another shirt for real. Okay, are we better? We good?
Yeah, we good.
It's not distracting you from the message. Okay. Do I need to? You know what? I probably need to move this. I think we're good now. Okay. Thank you, Albert. Sorry for the distraction.
Thank you.
Okay. So anywho, do your due diligence on your research. And when I say your research, I may say, oh, spell work isn't hard. It isn't. Yes, here's the thing. There are certain crafts that you literally, and this is why I say how certain people end up doing stuff that they're not even meant to do or they're not supposed to do. People will innately know, I think this gonna conjure up something, but I'm just gonna try it anyway. It ain't gonna affect. You already know you shouldn't be doing it.
Right.
You already know you shouldn't be doing it. And it's not to say, this is why I tell people, like, for me, if I'm going to ruin my life, I would rather be on my own accord and not from using one of Alexis's practices, and I didn't sit up here did it wrong, or she's called and she's ordained to do something specifically for her own right and her own, divination, and I try to do it. This is why certain things that one person may do, it works, and the other person, like, I don't want to say levels, but there's so many things. Like, I spoke on my spaces about manifesting. I said, if you want to do glamour magic, I'm not saying you can't be a bit of insecure, but you have to have some type of mental mindset to do this work. So you don't want to just go on Google or go on someone's social media and they tell you to, like, return to senders and cord cutting. We talked about this briefly last week. People will do cord cuttings from people that they have to pay somebody to do it, or they'll try to do it themselves, but they still give their energy to them, or they need something from that person, but they've already cut that cord. Me personally, I don't do cord cuts. I feel like everybody that I come in contact, I'm so energetically protected. My energy is not given out to anybody I don't want to give it to, including social media. Everybody, and I did this in my candle. I kid you not, I did this in my candle ritual. 2 weeks ago? I said, hey, anybody that I come in contact with will be of genuine descent, and they will want to work, support, collaborate with me. Regardless of the turnout, it can lead to more money. It can lead to more ideas. A lot of people think that glamour magic is all about just making people do stuff for you. No, you're attracting what you want. I wanted a collaboration with someone that was like-minded, and you never know how that's going to come. Even in the middle of me doing that ritual, I was, for money purposes as well. I was getting a PayPal a PayPal notification. You got money sent to you. Don't even know where it came from. The universe is like, there you go, you doing it. A lot of you all also need to learn how to read candle flames. Some people don't know how fast it burns, which way it's going. Is it flickering? Is it making noise? And like I said, I can give you the recipe, but a lot of people still need to do their own research. And I said this in my spaces too. This is built and not bought. I never went to anyone to learn this stuff. Yes, I have references. Yes, I'm still learning. Not to say like I taught myself everything, but when it comes down to the actual work that I do in my space, it's been my work. It isn't something I got offline. And I'm not above anybody getting their references from offline, because we're learning from each other. The only issue I find from it is when people will know that they've gotten something from you. They know that but they want to make it seem like, oh, well, this is what I do. So just please, you receive so many more blessings just by letting people know this is the person that I got it from. This is, and that's another practice that people need to have too. I actually have a lot of neighborly protections. I don't think I spoke about that in the spaces, but basically, neighborly protections also goes along with social media as well. You know, there are people on social media that are
Don't
so
much gems on that neighborly protection yet.
it's fine.
Okay.
The thing about we're talking about neighborly protections, but neighborly protections isn't necessarily something that it's not a spell you have to do. It's not anything you have to call upon. So neighborly protections is when it could be the land you live on. You ever notice why there's some people that move to Indian sacred grounds and they end up cursed and they aren't giving thanks. They aren't well liked by the land. So when I say the land could be on Instagram. Folks don't like you. Folks don't like you. Like folks don't, it's too many allegations. It's too many. So when it comes down to neighborly protections, I'm speaking on praying to your ancestors, doing right by people, helping others, giving to others without monetary gain, spreading knowledge, spreading the truth. You don't have to. Spirits will want to help you on their own accord, just based off of how you treat others. And one thing I've always said for myself, even on social media, this has happened time and time again. Like if you want to go back a few weeks ago, people will try to not demonize my tweets, but they will try to make it seem like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't need to be saying it. I didn't even have to say anything. I had hundreds of people defending me in my honor simply because, hey, the person deleted their tweet. They damn near deleted their page. So it's almost like hey, I don't have to defend myself because my guy's gonna defend me because I know I do right by people. So a lot of times when you are neighborly, your neighbors, whether spiritually or physical, will help you. Even on social media, you ever come in contact with somebody that has so many allegations, and they can be popular. It doesn't matter. They can be very popular. But when it comes down to them actually, and God knows, God, universe, whoever you speak with, knows the intentions of people, which is why I've always said I don't speak on what I do because I don't do it for monetary gain. Because this is real life. Like this is real life for me. So I don't mind spreading knowledge when people want to know. The only thing about it is a lot of people will, and like I said, I told you earlier, people will get inspired by your words, and I'm so thankful for that. I pray for this, but I also want to say that people not only get inspired by my words, but they support my cause. They support what is going on. They are eager to partner with you and me or anyone that they see in order so that they can get their neighborly blessings and that they're protected. I say all the time, I just didn't know a name for it, but now that I know there's a name for this, because I used to,
So, where did neighborly protection come from?
I have no clue.
Okay, download. Okay,
I
so
have no clue.
Y'all still, when y'all get to hearing neighborly protection, and that's the first time that I heard it too. Now,
Look it up. I'm gonna look it up.
I spoke on my neighbor to Raven. I spoke on my neighbor to Raven. She didn't get it right then. I'm sure she had it before I spoke on her, but she was like, "You said something the other day about your neighbor," and I had I'm not
I'm
gonna
looking it up.
about my neighbor, but my neighbor. Well, you know what? I can't share what I share about my neighbor. My neighbor. I have a neighbor that also does this work. She is a older practitioner. She's Colombian. Okay, speak no English.
There's a neighbor protection plan through insurance.
Okay, Allstate. We are not promoting Allstate right now, even though Allstate is some great insurance. Okay, Allstate is some great insurance.
Right.
I never had a problem. But anyway, listen. So your neighbors are doing work, you're doing work, like we all doing this work together, and it's just important that we all just come together. Okay, so look, we're gonna get back into the glam magic. Let's get back into the glam magic. Okay, because Raven is giving us so much information. Okay, so much information. And I'm getting ready to give you guys some stuff too, because we have to let her go. All right, we have
not this song. What are you doing?
okay, look, She, but listen, I called her before, and she was like, I was like, okay, we ain't on no time crunch. She always say that too. She be like, we ain't on no time crunch. I
We're
love.
not. Huh?
I said I love that about you because
Yes, thank you.
time does not exist in my world, right? Like it doesn't. It
Let
does.
me look,
Okay.
let me look and see if I. No, but seriously, whatever. If you want to show me your sweetener and your honey jar, you can do that because I'm gonna make sure I didn't miss out on anything because I can just
Okay.
go through my book and be like, wait, I can speak on this.
Okay. So let me so how do I want to address this? Okay. So I want to say that honey jars are a fairly new thing. It's not, but it is. It's been done within like the last, it's probably legal now, 21. But I want to say that honey is actually very expensive. Okay. Honey is super expensive. It's the most expensive sweetener that is on the grocery store aisles. Okay. Honey is about $10 a bottle, 10, 14, $20 a bottle. You get some real
Raw.
okay, honey with the honeycomb still in there is $25. This is not something that your ancestors practiced. Okay. They did not have access to honey. So this is what made me bring out the honey. Okay. What made me bring out the honey is because we are talking about, because I call her a manifesting practitioner. Okay. I was like, she can help you bring in that money, that moolah, that one, and I really believe, listen, money, what is money? It's paper, it's energy though. Okay. It's
It
energy.
is. How
Um
you think about it too is
I
how it
I am very
comes.
abundant. I am very blessed. I am very well taken care of. Okay. Um, even like shit just work out. Like shit just work out.
Yep.
Okay.
Because you say
It's certain words that I want to use here, but like shit just work out. Like I have strong, strong faith that it works out. And I think that, not think, I know that it's the honey that I keep in my life. Okay. My honey and the honey. Okay.
honey, okay.
I am I have what is my Venus in?
Scorpio. Didn't you say Scorpio?
Yeah, yeah, I have a Scorpio Venus in Western astrology, and in
Okay.
Vedic astrology, I have a Libra Venus. Okay.
Okay.
So I am very well balanced when it comes to that energy, right? I'm playing in both fields. Y'all know when I talk, I tell y'all that y'all have to learn yourselves. It's very important that y'all, you know, um, study your birth chart.
Mm-hmm.
I suggest studying it in Western astrology because that's where we are. That's where you start at. And then you will tap into it in Vedic astrology because that's the highest form of energy. That's where you become that high priestess. That's where you become that water energy, make transformations at. Is get tapping into Vedic astrology, okay? Sidereal astrology, wherever you want to play with it at. Okay. So I come from the Scorpio end of Venus, right? And then when I tapped into Sidereal, I'm like, oh, I'm about to balance this shit out. Your thoughts on Gemini Venus in the seventh house. You can speak anything into existence. Anything into existence. It needs to be physical, not your did I say your thoughts? I meant your words. That's Mercury energy. Okay? That's Mercury energy coming into the seventh house. Listen, the other thing is I'm glad Raven grabbed her phone, right? Because this is what I want to say when it comes to working with the houses, the planets, and stuff like this, right? It reminded me on something that just been coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And I almost went on a rant about this, and I'm gonna get back to these sweeteners. I almost went on a rant about this on Twitter. Um, there is a lot of shit that's on Twitter from, I don't want to air quote here and say astrologers, right? I not, and this is me personally. I am not taking love advice from anybody that's saying that all Aquariuses are cheaters. I'm not taking advice from that person like that. Like, I'm not taking love advice from that person. Now, you want to talk
Right.
about money, and you know, and you I'm gonna throw this out there, like you a Taurus, right? Then I'm a listen to you, right?
Mm. It's a
I'm
very shallow frame of mind to say that.
frame of mind. Those things that they're saying on social media, you cannot. The quote is "Know thyself." That is the quote. Okay, you have to study yourself and the energy within you. And I took an astrology class, and it had nothing to do with the zodiacs. It had nothing to do with the zodiacs. When I was in college, my ass was like, I'm about to go, I want to take this astrology class. I was like, this is not fucking about Capricorns. This shit ain't about me being a Sagittarius. It's not none of that. You get what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
learn the energy. So let's say you're a Gemini in the seventh house. You learn the energy of the Gemini. You see what the traits are, okay? This person is versatile. This is the yin yang. This is the Adam and Eve. This is where major decisions and choices. This is the outs. This is the person that expresses. Think about Mercury retrograde. Anybody saying Mercury retrograde is horrible? Fuck you. Okay, it's a time for learning. You
Yeah.
learn from Gemini, learn from Virgos. Okay, so this is the person that has put all of those thoughts that came in their mind, Gemini. All of those thoughts that came in their mind, they actually let that shit flow out their fucking mouth. They not holding it in. Now you could be like, oh, they two-faced it, they this, they that, whatever the case is. No, you're getting a whole full round of it. You're
Yeah.
getting the negative that you don't want to see, and you're getting the positive. Then you
Like
take that.
Gemini moon.
Then you take it and you pull it over to Libra energy. Okay, both of these are air signs. So I will be burning incense like a motherfucker if I'm dealing with, like, you know, I would be, this is a person that, like, she was saying she get hot, right? This is a person that needs fan. This is a person that needs air. So you got that in Libra, you're gonna need air. You're gonna need space so that you can, like, you be like, well, I'm not, I'm not a lovey-dovey type person. I might need some space. But you are, but you just need some space. I never seen a Libra is so clingy, but the most spacey type of person. I've never seen a single Libra either. Okay. Now
That's me right there.
you never
That's
know
me.
what they with. You never know anything about their relationship. Now that's the part where you would have to balance it out. Having the Gemini down there with the Venus, Libra energy, you have to balance it out. You can't be telling anybody who your love is, because people gonna hate on that shit. This is where those energies, you literally have took the Adam and Eve and moved forward. Y'all left the garden. Y'all left what everybody, and Adam and Eve. The story of Adam and Eve is that um okay, Eve is a little,
You going too deep, oh.
so that energy is, come on, baby, let's go. Come on, baby, let's go. Like, you grab your partner by the hand. This is where you build at. The seventh house is also about collaborations. It's about partnerships. Okay. So you can't just even think about just the love that's there. Everything you do, you have to do it out of love. You can't be faking it, whether it's work, whether it's even the car that you drive, whether it's, just even fucking the bed that you lay in. You gotta love that shit, okay? Because that's where you're manifesting at. And then also seventh house is a spiritual house. After you 1 through 6 houses are physical houses. 7 through 12 are spiritual houses. So, excuse me, drink tea.
I'm learning something here because remember, I always say I ain't astrologist. Don't ask
So
me no
7 through 12 are those are metaphysical houses. So that's where those energies can manifest anything that they want. They just have to believe it. Okay, you have to believe it. You have to be very
questions.
strong when you have any major planets. Okay, uh, Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Venus, those are real strong planets. Okay, Sun, Moon, Mars, Venus, Mercury. I consider those like strong planets. Whenever you have them in that 7th through 12th house, you got to do work. You got to work. You can't be lazy there. Okay? So, let's talk about these I hope that helped somebody, anybody, everybody.
Me,
Okay?
me, because I
So,
always say I'm not an astrologer.
I'm not an astrologer. I just did the work. I'm not an astrologer. Like, I'm just somebody that when it came down to dealing with people and the people that I'm going to teach, I'm a Sagittarius. I'm about higher education. So higher knowledge.
Well, then you are an astrologer. I am an astrologer. Let's speak it.
I am an astrologer. Okay. So I just like I get in, I get somewhere and it's interesting to me. I'm going to dig myself into a rabbit hole. And then I'm like, how does this apply to me? Now, I'm also first and 12th house Scorpio. So I have to go through it, like path number one, I have to go through it in order to teach it. So my first husband was a Libra. God bless him, okay?
Libra squad.
Yeah. That's why I got an Aquarius. Air squad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It you have to do the work. That marriage only lasted like a year. Okay? This you gotta do the work. I love air signs though. I love air
Yeah.
signs.
But what you said really hit when you was like, y'all clingy, but y'all be needing y'all space. Yeah. Like I've always said, like, it would we would need two separate bedrooms. Like that's just how I feel. But you're right. It's very because you have to look at the fact that when people see you, well, I don't want to say that or because I'll manifest it, but I hold everything close to me, near and dear to me. So I don't always like post everything for the public because there are some people that will use it to just try to figure you out and try to all the extra stuff. But I definitely, you definitely hit the nail on the head with that, like completely. Because I'm private when it comes to it. It's no secret, but I'm very private when it comes to that because I have had people in the past literally try to mess up or wreck something because they weren't happy. And I'm talking about like DMing them and making it seem, yeah. But
So
yeah.
and then I also want to say this too. Another word that is gonna be coined because people gonna go back and listen to your to all your spaces now. I know they're gonna be like, let me dig into this because these cheeks know something,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Spiritual projection. Okay, spiritual projection. Me and Raven is still trying to figure out what this is. She asked me what it is, but this is also too
I
spiritual.
thought you was about to say spiritual BBL.
I was gonna say that
Yeah.
earlier. Listen, I was gonna when we was talking about those, I was gonna talk about that because baby, spiritual BBL is real. Is real.
That is look. That's your term. I'm not. I didn't coin it because I thought you said
Spiritual
it.
BBL, baby.
I
What you
thought
got?
you said.
Spiritual BBL. Yes, I did. Okay.
No, I thought you said when you messaged me that the questions and you said spiritual projectors. I said, "Wow, that's a new one," and I wrote it down. So when I asked you, you was like, "Hell, what is it to you?" I'm like, "Shit, I don't know. I'm asking you."
So,
So
so
that's
spirit.
your coin.
I actually think I used this word before because like I when I make lives, I never go back and listen to my live unless I am doing readings and
Yeah.
I get told listen to this and then I'll go back and listen to the reading because I cleanse the energy.
Right.
It's out. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Let me mind my business.
Right.
So people who have sun sign, I'm talking about spiritual projection. My ankle just started hurting for no reason. So if somebody is having swollen ankles, pains in their ankle, this is a channel real quick. Um you need to get outside and ground, okay? So cleanse the energy. Thank you. Okay. So spiritual projection. People who have Venus, those major signs that I said, Venus, Sun, Moon, even not rising. Rising is that's rising is Western stuff. 111 on the clock too. But Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, and Mars in houses 1 through 6. Um, when it comes down to y'all have to be careful with how y'all project off to y'all person, to y'all partnerships, to y'all people that y'all collaborate with and stuff. Y'all have to be careful with how you project that energy off because it's strong. Okay? It's strong.
In a
And
good way or bad way?
both. Everything and everything has a balance. Everything is about balance. That's when you get into that seventh house energy. That's when you start balancing. That's why Taurus is Venus, and then Libra is Venus too. It's about bringing balance. You got one that's physical, you got one that's spiritual. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to really like kind of balance out those energies. My ankle, y'all, is not like I have a Charlie horse shooting up my leg for some reason. So I'm just gonna sit. I'm done with that. I ain't even gonna talk about it. Y'all do your own research, okay? And stop spiritually projecting y'all fucking issues over here. Like, stop, okay?
That's what we're gonna call them readings, where they be talking about so and so gonna be doing this and they this and that. Like that's a spiritual projecting.
That's spiritual projection, like a motherfucker. Somebody must
Yeah.
know I say that. Like, let me send her a fucking bitch. Fuck you.
Right.
Okay, so I am going to show y'all some y'all get y'all notebooks out, okay? I am going to show you guys some the honey jar ritual. We're gonna get into the honey jar ritual, but I want to show you guys before we start that what a sweetener jar is, okay? Because the honey jar is something that you are going to put together and nobody else is going to see it, okay? My husband has made one. I haven't seen it since he put it together, okay? I don't know where he put it at. It goes in a high place. It goes in a it can be in a dark place. I would suggest putting it, somewhere where nobody, if it's somewhere where light is, somebody will see it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It needs to be incognito. Is that the word, incognito?
The honey jar.
The honey jar.
Okay.
A sweetener jar, however, is something. Let me just tell y'all what it is. Okay. So first of all, you can use any jar that you want. This is actually a big jar for a sweetener jar. It's a big jar. But I didn't have any small jars. But I'm gonna show y'all else that you can use.
I'm glad you brought that up because I sure just thought of another protection thingy. I can get this. Okay.
So a sweetener jar is something. Oh, you know what? Here we go. All right, y'all see this? This is something that it's glass. It needs to be glass. Okay, glass is very important when it comes to doing work. Okay, work. I'm trying not to put titles on stuff. Like when it comes down to like voodoo, hoodoo. Hey, fuck that. Hoodoo. When it comes down to doing hoodoo, glass is very important, okay? And that's what this is. This is hoodoo, okay? Not voodoo. Voodoo is a religion, okay? I'm not teaching y'all that today. So I don't even have permission to teach y'all that. So this is glass. This is my crushed red peppers. Once this is empty, I actually keep these jars and I would use it for something. Okay, I would recycle, take the thing off, cleanse it, and recycle it. Right. So I don't have any empty ones, but I do have this apple juice jar. Okay, this apple juice bottle or whatnot. So I'm going to make a sweetener spell here. One more thing I need. So this is to sweeten the pot. Cash cow. Okay. You want to call in some money. You want to go in your favor. You know you've been late every day. of the week to work and you about to get fucking fired, right? Okay, because then somebody gave me a job and they say 90-day probation, bitch, die. Yes, you do need the lid. You need a lid for everything. Anything that comes with a jar, you need a lid because energy drops down. Even when you are boiling your herbs on the stove, when they're steeping, when they just sit down, you need a lid. You need to cover them. If you don't have anything to cover them, put a scarf over them. I suggest a red scarf. Okay, um, just to repel that energy. So the sweetener jar. This is water. This is water. Doesn't matter what water you use. No, it's about the intention. Okay. I suggest you don't use tap water, but let's say you about to get to that job, they about to fire you, and you see a motherfucking Wendy's right there. Pull your ass into Wendy's, grab you some motherfucking sugar packs. You got a little bottle of motherfucking Don Julio, whatever it is, it's got a top on it. It's empty. Your ass been drunk going to work or whatever the case is, but it's empty. It's in the car. You ain't been drunk going to work, okay? I don't encourage that, but I'm just saying, let's say you do take shots before you go to work. When I used to be a dancer, I used to be intoxicated every time that I had to show up and perform or whatnot. To each his own. I'm talking to everybody here, okay? You got an empty bottle. You want to call in some real money. You a waitress, okay? You like, I need to make some money to cover that light bill, right? So all you see is the Wendy's. You go get you some sugar. This is my I hate that I just put sugar in my tea. Okay, this is my sugar out my kitchen. This is my sugar out my kitchen. Do you got to use raw cane sugar? No, you use what you got. That's a part of hoodoo. It's using what you have. Okay, so you put the water in here. I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. This is spring water. Okay, for me, the river, the spring, the beach water, yes, it's better because I know better because that's where I am in my practice. Okay, I'm not saying I'm at level here. I'm at level here. What I'm saying is I have it, so I'm going to use it. Okay, if you don't, you use what you have. Okay, you're gonna take this. You're gonna put some sugar. I like odd numbers. Okay, I like odd numbers, so I'm going to put 3 scoops of sugar into this jar, right? 3 scoops of sugar into this jar. And as you can see, I did not fill the jar all the way up. You don't need nothing else in this jar except this motherfucking little piece of paper. You got something in your car? Y'all know, a little piece of paper I wouldn't use a receipt because it has words on it. I wouldn't use a receipt, but just a little piece of paper. You got an envelope in your car. It's got a little. I'm about to make this shit so small. Okay? Because I know that magic is in me, baby. I'm full of it. So it doesn't matter. Okay? So I got this. Well, you know what? I say use what you have, and God put this black pen right here. Where the hell did a black pen come from? I don't know. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to write my name on this piece of paper. I'm going to write it 3 times. Because I want to. Okay. If I want to write 5, whatever. I write in cursive because I know how to write in cursive. Okay. I literally was forced to learn cursive when I was in school. They're not teaching it in the schools anymore. But if you know how to write in cursive, write your name in cursive. Write that shit. Write your signature. Okay. So that's what I wrote. And then I
Why it freeze up? Oh, okay, I see you now.
telling me I had 20% battery. So I'm gonna have to go get the charger in a minute. So
Okay.
So I flipped. I wasn't expecting to use my phone. I was actually going to use my iPad. So I flipped it over. Got to turn it to the right? No. Do you got to turn it to the left? No. This is a sweetener jar. It doesn't matter which way this piece of paper is about to go in here. Don't overthink it. You don't got to fold it towards you or anything like that. I'm flipping it over. I am writing something simple on the back because what I'm gonna slightly tell y'all what it is that I'm doing. I am trying to manifest more money. I want to be a cash cow for the next 3 weeks. I got gigs that I'm doing. I got people that I'm connecting with. I don't want to be tired. So I want to be a energetic ass cash cow.
It's crazy you making a sweetener jar, and it just came to my mind. Say, you so sweet. You are so sweet for showing us this.
So y'all welcome. Listen, so I actually put a number on here, right? But I wrote the word over. I wrote the word over this amount of money. Plus, I want y'all to be realistic, okay? Be realistic. I know that I'm about to go give a lot of my energy, and I seen what one day can do. That I already did the calculations on what one day can do, a slow day can do. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna. This is how it's going to come to me. Oh, let me.
I'm learning. I ain't yawned all day. I'm learning.
Okay.
I'm learning something.
Plus, I'm calling in spiritual connections, okay, and partnerships. Something simple, right? I'm going to put this in the jar. Get in there, okay? Get in there. I'm going to pour a little bit more water in there, okay? I'm going to put 3 more scoops. But that equals 6. I don't like even numbers, so I'm going to give myself 1 more scoop for good luck.
I was just about to say that's 6.
Okay? I'm going to put the top on it, and I'm going to shake it up. I'm gonna shake it up. I'm gonna carry this on me. I'm gonna shake it. When I'm in the car driving to where I'm going, let's say I would not get fired today, like I'm about to get a promotion at this job. Even just writing your name on a piece of paper. This is a sweetener jar. You sweeten up your life. Ain't shit sweet about getting fired from a job that you know you got bills to pay. Okay? So you gonna shake this up. You gonna shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Now, where I'm going, I cannot bring a glass this big in there. Now, you know what? I'm gonna try it, and I'll let y'all know whether or not I get it through the door. Because yesterday my bag didn't even get checked. Okay, like and it didn't even get checked.
7 is the number of completion too.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be like shaking this up. I'm gonna take this every time I think about it. I'm gonna be driving. Y'all drive with one hand anyway. Okay, listen. I'm gonna be driving. I'm gonna be shaking this up unconsciously. I'm not thinking about this. This not bothering me or anything like this. This is me sweetening up my life. Okay, I'm about to put this in my work bag, and that's it. That's a sweetener jar. That's the only time you need money. I mean, I said that's the only time you need money. Hey, listen, that ain't the only. Look, that's the only time we about to even be worried about some money. We ain't worried about it.
Right.
Yeah, that you about to get that money, okay? So yes, so I put it in there. That's the only time that you need water. When it comes to like this jar magic. Now, if you have another practice that requires you to use moon water or ocean water, river water, if you're working with a certain deity or whatnot, then okay. Um, but now I'm about to show y'all how to do a honey jar. This is the funny part. Okay. Raven, you good?
On what? Oh yeah, I'm learning. That's why I'm yawning.
Okay. So, I'm going to show y'all how to do it, but a honey jar is something that should not be y'all can see me, but I can't see y'all, right? So I'm not actually about to put my picture in here. Okay? So this is going to be the picture of me. This is going to be the picture of me. Let me draw me real quick.
While you doing that, I also, while you was talking, I wrote down some other things I wanted to speak on.
Okay.
Too, so that I don't forget and I don't go to bed like crap. Someone should have listened. Someone probably could have needed that.
Okay. After I run through the honey jar, you wrote them down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So after I go through the honey jar, then we can piggyback on what you have to say, because you're gonna have more to say with what I'm saying too.
Okay.
Raven has never done a honey jar, right?
Right.
Okay, so she's never done a honey jar. After this, I have strong faith that she will incorporate this into her life to sweeten the pot.
Yeah.
And she told me that her guy asked about it as well, and I want to confirm that my honey has done one as well. Okay, this is not I.
So if he watching right now, we talked about it earlier because he was like, "Have you ever done one on me?"
So okay, all right. So let's get some material together, right? Okay, so you need a jar and you need a lid. You don't need a big jar. This right here,
Too big.
it's big. To me, it's too big to be hidden somewhere. Okay, so before we get started, right? Let's set the energy up around. So I had actually wrote out a lot of stuff that I was going to talk about, and give y'all. I mean, when I had said that I was getting downloads and channels, it was because that I have brought my Dow into the mix. Okay, this is my Oshun Dow. I have Dows. Okay, if you guys are interested in DAOs, y'all can get with me, and I could also, create you a DAO, and you can put your energy into your DAO, and your DAO will. And I'm using the word DAO, and she's like, keep calling me a DAO. You can put your energy into a item. Okay, you can have a teddy bear. You can have a DAO. You can have all types of shit, okay, that you put your energy to, and when you're doing certain work, they're there to assist you. Okay. So I want to say that the honey jar that we are creating today, this is for you. I wrote that in the description that it's okay to call in a deity or whatnot. I felt Oshun come in, right? I haven't had my let me not even get the details on that, but I felt Oshun energy come in. When I was writing notes, I felt Lasarian come in. Okay. Um and I'm gonna get into that too, because by accident I did not even set out a mirror, but when I sat down just now and I looked over, there's a handheld mirror that's on my table. And I'm like, how did you get there? Because I didn't set out the mirror. I wasn't going to talk about La Saran, but I felt like somebody needed to work on their throat chakra. And they're going to create a honey jar to get that throat chakra energy going through. La Saran, I'm not going to get into details on her. So, you need a picture of yourself. What the hell happened to my picture? You need a wallet size picture of yourself. You don't need no great big picture. Okay. Picture of yourself. I'm going to give y'all the basics of what you can use. Honey. Local honey. I also have hot honey. Hot honey has chili peppers in it. Honey is a slow moving energy. Y'all see how long that's taking to like go down to the bottom? Okay, that's why sweetener jars, that's when you add water to something, it gets it moving fast. This is to sweeten up your life over time. You can have this jar forever. You want to make sure what you're putting into it is not going to mold. So you don't want to put any water into here, because I'm also going to give y'all some herbs to put in here. If you put water into a honey jar and you put all these extra things in it, or you use a water that hasn't been filtered through, like a river water or beach water or ocean water, they tend to mold up the lids of the jars. Okay, so y'all seen when y'all keep y'all jars too long and they be all moldy and stuff. You see how clean that is. When you put honey into this with nothing else, this is not gonna mold. You don't have to put a cloth over it or anything. This is not gonna mold. Don't put no water in this jar. Okay. So but hot honey will speed this up. So you can use some chili peppers. Okay. I also have crushed red peppers because when I did my honey jar on the new moon, for setting certain intentions, I use regular honey, and then I got crushed red peppers out my kitchen. And I was like, I need this shit to work. And then I promise y'all, 4 days later, I had a dream about Raven. The next day, I slid in her DMs. She had said something that really, that I put inside of my jar, that I want somebody to, I just needed, I needed somebody to understand what it is that I have been through, right? And so I was calling in partnerships with people understanding that I don't want nobody to steal my shit. Okay. Like, and I'm saying steal, but I don't want nobody to not give me credit. I've worked very hard the last few years with putting certain things together and going through these things, with doing these rituals for y'all and dealing with the consequences and repercussions of doing certain things wrong. That I don't need nobody sharing my stuff the wrong way.
Right.
Okay. Because I'm not here for y'all to go through the consequences and repercussions. I already did that for y'all. Okay. So, you will need a picture of yourself, the glass, the honey, or you can use molasses. Okay. You can use molasses. I got 2 jars of molasses. Okay. Molasses, if you are working with, because Oshun wants me to share this with y'all. Molasses, if you're working with Oshun, she is okay with that. Honey, yes, she does love the honey. If you're going to use the honey, you want to taste the honey before you put it into anything dealing with her. Yes. But molasses, okay? Especially
Make sure they know to taste it before, because a lot of people don't know
yeah,
the backstory to why she,
I
that's why people do their research, because people be like, why I don't like honey.
poison. She was actually poisoned via honey. And
Yeah.
so that's why even when you take in, okay, so let me go through these things and I'm gonna tell y'all how to do all this. Okay. Cinnamon. Now this is where it gets funny at. Okay, this is where it becomes my family thing. Your grandma ain't never used cinnamon without using nutmeg. Okay? Cinnamon and nutmeg go together. Okay? Cinnamon and nutmeg go together. It is okay if y'all share this with other people. Cinnamon and nutmeg go together. They really love working together. When you blowing cinnamon in your door at the first of the month, go ahead and throw some nutmeg in that motherfucker too. Okay? Red wine. You do not need an expensive red wine. You can do it as however you feel called to, but red wine. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And you will need a candle. So I have 3 candles that I was called to share. I have a gold one, a pink one, and a white one. You are going to burn these with your honey jar. All right. When you're doing this work in your space, before you get started, you want to cleanse your body, cleanse your space, right? If you have time to put a honey jar together, you got time to take a bath. Okay? You got time to take a bath. I'm not talking about the sweetener jar. Okay? I'm not talking about that. You got time to take a bath. What I suggest is you like literally do this, and I'm saying suggest, but it, yes, the intentions behind it is what it's great, right? But please take a bath, take a shower. No, take a bath. If you don't have a bathtub, then take a shower, okay? But you want to make sure that your hands is clean. Wash your hands in some cold water too. Okay. So, all right. So what are you doing first? Let's move all this out the way. Now, I know I listed some other herbs inside of the description. Inside of the description. Inside of the description. Okay. I listed some other herbs and I'm going to share those with you. Dried roses. Okay. You want to use dried roses because if you use a regular rose, it will mold your bottle. I mean, it will mold your glass. Okay. So you don't want to like pick it off of the thing. They have a lot of the roses that we buy at the store. They have pesticides on them and stuff like that. You're not even supposed to be like putting that stuff into your tea. You want to make sure that it is not sprayed with anything. Even if you get it at Whole Foods, okay? You want to make sure that it's not sprayed with anything. So that it'll last long in the store. Okay. You can dry out a rose. You can put it in the oven, I think at like 180, 200 degrees. Take it out. Like you can dry out a rose. It takes a while. Look on YouTube. Okay. So you want to use dried roses. I'm just going to open them. I grabbed a lot of herbs because I like herbs. Okay. I like herbs. And I got Poud and like, why ain't bring all this stuff closer to me? Okay, so some of the herbs that I listed, what I would like for y'all to do, if I'm gonna give y'all some of the names and some of the things. Licorice root, lust, love, fidelity. Roses is for love, psychic powers, healing, luck, love, divinations, and protection. Juniper berries is for protection, anti-thief, love, exorcism, and health. Okay. Life everlasting flower. This is one of my favorite. It's longevity, health, and healing. And Damia, love, lust, and visions. Okay. Be careful with that one.
What's the name of that one?
Damia, Damiana.
I
Love. Yeah, love, lust, and visions. The reason why I say yeah.
Spell it again.
DAMIANA.
Okay.
Okay. So with that, you'll start having like insight. I use that a lot on my third eye candles. Okay. Um Insight. Vervain is for love, protection, purification, peace, money, youth, chastity, sleep, and healing. Peppermint. Purification, sleep, love, healing, and psychic powers. Okay, and then jasmine. Jasmine is one that I use too a lot. Love, money, and profit dreams. And then Yerba Santos. Beauty, healing, psychic powers, and protection. Y'all, let me go get my charger before we do any more. Uh-oh. Because I am not using my phone stand. Okay, there we go. I'd be crazy with the setup. Okay. If y'all see how I be having stuff set up to make one video, my husband be like, "You is so creative."
Yeah, my dad told me I could use his studio upstairs, so I just was like, I guess, but it's so I like the same. If I let my daddy in on some stuff, people love my daddy. My followers love my daddy. Like I'm like, he's so inquisitive and knowledgeable, and he just like, it's just what I think. But yeah, he helped out a lot.
That's good though. That's good. My daddy
Yeah,
helped the spirit round.
right.
Listen. Okay. So I said the herbs. Another thing that you can use inside of your honey jar is attraction oil. So
Got mine.
go ahead. What you say?
I was just saying I got mine right here looking at it.
Yeah, attraction oil. So the first one is named attraction oil. Let me get to my list of oils. I wrote them down, but wrote them in my notes. So cinnamon is the first one I want to say. I could say that off the top of my head. Cinnamon, basil, orange oil, especially if you're dealing with ocean orange oil is good. Um,
You talking about like the attraction oils or the herbs?
no, attraction oils.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, attraction oils.
Okay.
Okay. Let me see. How can I get to the list of the oils? Oh, you know what? I'm glad I shared this on everything. Here we go. Okay. So attraction oils, cinnamon, basil, the Life of Luxury. The Life of Luxury oil is actually made by Art of Root. That I use. It they are on, I got her off of Amazon. Okay. Success oil, sun oil, Jupiter oil, Lang Lang oil. That's my sister's favorite. Spearmint oil, grapefruit, Goddess of Power, Shishi oil, and Jezebel oil. Okay. Those are, I don't know why I put this down because I'm about to tell you some more. Okay. So those are some attraction oils. You can also search online if you have a person that makes, attraction oils. Me myself, I have a attraction oil that I actually make myself. And it probably has some of everything. Not only, I'm gonna say my sister said Jezebel oil. I'm a little bit. She be thinking that I'm a hater towards Jezebel root and Jezebel oil. I'm not, because my honey jar that I just did, I called in Jezebel. I called in that energy with a Jezebel root. I was like, why did I buy these roots? But it came to me to buy them. So, I was like, let me throw it in there. I'm not really familiar with the root at all. But, Spirit said, do it. I'm doing it. I don't have any bad spirits around me. So, and I'm not doing anything with any ill intent. So, I know me. Okay. So, another one with the powders, well, herbs, but these are powders, okay? So a powder that you can use is, I have two.
Are they like the incense resin? Is it
Uh well, you can't burn them. You don't burn them.
okay? Okay, I'm just making sure. I didn't know.
They're called Prouds, Poud. There is a Mumbo that is in Haiti. She actually sells them. Her name is Mumbo Lanice. She's on Instagram. She sells them. She has different Prouds for different reasons. I This is this is Ursula. The one that I have is like with the energy of Ursula Dontour and
Yeah,
Ursula.
you'll have to send it to me so I know.
Okay. So I'm using a come to me powder, okay, because I want all my blessings to come to me. Everything that's for me it's called Prespite though. Prespite. I'm about to say something and I'm gonna just say it. There is a voodoo store that is out of New Orleans. The House of Hoodoo. I don't knock anything that they do, but Prespite powder is not $40 for this. It's not. This is not Prespite powder either. It's not $40 for this. Okay, let me actually grab it so y'all can know what it is.
Oh, not my iPad saying 10%.
Charge up.
If I can find the charger, I got it.
Uh oh.
I gotta change some stuff. I'll be back.
Okay. So this is a come to me powder that I have that I will be using myself. Can you go over the things again for the honey jar, or are you? I'm gonna save the live. I'm definitely going to save the live, and everything that I'm saying that you need in the honey jar is actually down in the description. Okay. I made sure to do that. So it's the first thing that's in the description. If you're on any of my social medias as well, I included it. Okay. So this is how much powder you usually get. A little goes a long way. Okay. Um, don't get sold by a lot of these practitioners that's online that you know, this is not $40. Like $40 in Haiti is a lot of money. Okay. I could probably buy a whole big ass jar for $40. Okay. So don't get sold. Now the shipping from Haiti, I'm not exactly sure, but Mama Lanice is actually very, I love her. Okay. And if y'all when y'all check her out, okay, I'm not gonna tell y'all my name, so I can't even say, tell her I sent y'all. Okay, so the next thing that you can put inside of your honey jar is stones. Okay, stones. The first one, and you don't need no great big old stone. This is a black tourmaline. I'm not putting black tourmaline in my honey jar. Okay, I just got the black tourmaline near me because I just wanted this live to be protected. Okay, so I am very much so about protection around me. So I be having my black tourmaline around me when it comes to, I have mad stones around me when it comes to doing these lives, right? So I'm gonna show y'all how small the stones are that I'm using. First, let me name them. A lodestone. If you're using a lodestone, Lodestone, that's a magnetic stone. You need magnetic sand, okay, with that. A lodestone goes with magnetic sand when you're doing a honey jar. When you're working with a lodestone, you need magnetic sand. Let's say you don't have magnetic sand, you got soil. That stone needs to be grounded before you work with it. Okay, it needs to be grounded. This is my lodestone. Y'all see how small that is? This is what I'm going to use in my jar. It's super small, incognito. Okay. Um. So we have citrine, pyrite, rose quartz, because I told y'all the pink rose quartz is about manipulation. It's about getting the things that, and I'm using the word manipulation, but don't think of it in a bad way. Okay, it's like manipulating the energy, changing the energy around instantly, right? Okay. Rhodonite, a quartz, watermelon tourmaline, amethyst, and angelite.
I got a question. So all this go in the honey jar?
These
All what you
are
saying?
optional things that you could put inside of a honey jar. It
Okay, because I'm about to say, I'm like, baby, that sound like a $300 jar right
it sounds like a $300 jar, but you don't have to even, you just like, okay, so do your research and see what I'm just telling people stuff that they could use to put in the
right.
jar. I
Options.
wouldn't even put amethyst. I wouldn't put amethyst with too many other of these stones. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
That's why I said certain things are contradict. That's why I try
yeah,
to.
they'll contradict each other. So you don't want like, I ain't even gonna say what I would put those. I wouldn't put it. Okay, I wouldn't put a rose quartz with an angel light. Like, angel light is calling in goddess energy, and pink rose quartz kind of calls in the other goddesses. Okay, so this is how small, this is my cellulite plate, and if y'all could see, I just dropped two of these stones. Now I gotta flip the table because picking up nails. I mean, having nails and picking up these little tiny stones is not going to do it. I need space. Okay. If you can see how small these stones are, this is how small. Here's the watermelon quartz, the angelite, the lodestone, and the amethyst. Those are super tiny. These are really powerful stones. I got them charging on the charger plate. Okay. So even if you had like a small cellulite, you could set these small stones on the cellulite. Here's a cellulite wand. You could just set them on top of there and like charge it up for a second while you getting your other shit together. Okay. So now let's go ahead and get into the jar. Okay. So you are going to put your picture in the jar. You need some brown paper. That's the other thing. You need brown paper. Right? I told y'all need brown paper. You can use parchment paper or you can use a recycle bag from the store. Okay? You can use the brown paper. It doesn't even really need to be this big. All right? I'm all about not wasting stuff. I'm not even about to write big. Okay? You need, when doing this work, you need a blue pen or either a red pen. Okay? Blue or red. Okay? I would even go to purple as well too. I would not use a black pen for this. Or you could use a pencil. Pencil goes back to grounding energy. So think the trees, think the soil, that pencil energy, okay? I wouldn't use a black pen. So I'm fancy. Oh, she fancy now. Okay. You can also use dragon blood. Okay. Dragon blood is very powerful when writing out petitions.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are going to write out your petition. So and you want to use words like Raven said, you want to use words that are not like I need this. You have, okay? That was another thing I wanted to share. That's what I had looked up. That was another thing I wanted to share. So each zodiac has a phrase, right? Each zodiac has a phrase. And let me share it with you guys real quick because when you write in, people will be like, how do I write out a petition? Okay. And this is just something that I want to share. So when we are dealing with like certain Apollo, okay, my dog. When we dealing with certain energies that's going on, when you creating your honey jar, it of course it's a good time to do it at certain times or whatnot. Just know whether you're setting intentions or you are manifesting. If you're doing it on a new moon, I would say this is new energy. This is something you never felt. This is something you want. I mean, well, that you're going to get, not want, that you're going to get, but it's not nothing that you really had before, or you're trying to revamp something. Okay? So these are new intentions. When you're doing something on a full moon, that energy is like, that's manifestation. That's like, you call it I say cash cow again. Okay, cash cow. That's when you're looking at that cash cow. Now you be like, well, I never been rich before, so I never had this much money. Yes, you have. In your past life, you had it, so you can manifest that on the full moon. Okay, so Aries, I am, and anybody can use this because we are made up of all 12 signs. Okay, so Aries, I am. Taurus, I have. Gemini, I think, and this think. I think. Not like I think I know the answer. Not a confusion. Tauruses actually fucking they thought about that shit before they said it. They know what they doing. They're very smart. Not I think I'm right. They not confused like that, okay? Cancers, I feel. I feel like this. And cancers are usually right when they say I feel some shit. Leo, I will. Virgo, I analyze. That's somebody that really mapped the motherfucking plan. Okay?
Strategize.
Strategize that motherfucker, okay? Libra, I balance.
I knew it
Scorpio,
was coming.
huh?
I knew it was coming because I knew the Libra. I balanced the scales. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Libra, I balance. Scorpio, I desire. Sagittarius, I see. I see your ass. Capricorn, I use. Aquarius, I know. And Pisces, I believe. Okay? This is something that is on Google. Okay? And what it's horoscope signs and what they mean. Okay? When I'm setting intentions and I'm writing out intentions, I use these. Let's say that the moon is in what was the moon just in? Virgo. Okay. Virgo is I analyze, right? So this was a full moon that was in Virgo. So I analyze my plan and set that motherfucker in motion. And I did. Okay. So I see I'm calling in because I'm a Sagittarius. Can you go over the things again for the honey jar? Okay, I already did that. So I would use I would use I balance. I would actually use I balance because Libra energy with that Scorpio Venus that I have, I'm making a honey jar to sweeten my life. I desire, let me write that one down real quick. I have everything I desire. I can see my manifestations in person daily. I am the boss of my life. I am connected to divine energies. I am healthy. Make sure y'all put something about health in every petition that you write. You don't want to be doing this work and you be tired.
Drained out.
Mm-hmm. I am healthy. I know I am well taken care of. Okay. So set your write your petition. Okay, that's just some little quotes that you can use. All right. Now, the other thing you want to do is when you finish your petition, right? You want to sign your name 3 times on this piece of paper. I definitely can't show y'all this because I just wrote my real name. Anywhere. Okay. Now, this is where the attraction oil comes into play. Okay. You're going to dab. You're going to get your attraction oil. So I am going to use my success oil. This is something that I got off of Amazon too. Okay. This is just some regular smuggler. It ain't regular. This is y'all see how much is left in that bottle? This shit ain't regular. Okay.
You use that a lot, huh?
I'm successful. Okay. So you want to take this attraction oil and you want to dab your paper 3 times. Anywhere on the paper. I like to make sure that I see the oil. Okay. So dab it on to the paper. All right. This is something that's gonna go into your jar too. Okay. Y'all see me folding this a certain way. Don't mind me. Okay. You just fold the paper. It doesn't matter. This is you saying your intentions. Okay. This is also going into the jar. Now, am I putting this in a particular order? No. Is your picture still sitting out? You can have your picture sitting out for as long as you want to have your picture sitting out till you ready to put it into the jar. Okay. I suggest putting it in there before you put the honey in there. Okay. So, now you have your picture in the jar. You have your petition in the jar. All right. You want to go and you want to start putting, I already have some rose buds open. I'm going to use these. You want to put your roses in the jar. Roses is one thing that is one of the herbs that you should just have. Okay. If you're gonna make a honey jar, if you don't have nothing else, you don't need all the rest of the roses and cinnamon and nutmeg are the 3 that I would suggest that you have. You don't need the rest of the herbs that I had said. Okay, those are wants you desire to make a better honey jar, a bigger honey jar. Okay, so you can use those. So you want to put your roses into the jar. All right. Me personally, I like to drop some attraction oil. Let me use this one. I like to drop some attraction oil into the jar. Okay. I put 3 drops in there. Put some attraction oil in there. And now I'm going to put some sweetener in here. Okay. Now, I use molasses. You don't need to taste the molasses, but if you are using honey, you didn't take the honey, taste it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. And then you're going to drop it. Let me actually put some in there because I did that and then didn't even give an offering to this. Even though this is not a jar. I'm gonna clean this jar out. Um that's why I'm using molasses because I don't believe in wasting honey. I don't believe in wasting anything, the molasses either, but I'm actually gonna pour it somewhere. So you wanna do that? I'm going to put crushed peppers. Okay, let me just open that.
That's what I meant to say earlier too. With the hot ingredients, they sound like, well, since I know it's not, but a lot of hot and spicy ingredients are used for like the new age of protection jars for witches. Because back in the old days, it used to be some stuff very like sharp, shards of glass, needles, pen things, and then you would hell pee in it and put it underneath your yard and stuff so people wouldn't cry. But that's none. That's neither here nor
So
there. That's
the
old stuff.
the,
That's old
the
stuff.
chili peppers, the crushed peppers, I actually got that from a mumbo. When
Yeah.
I was doing some work with her.
Mm.
She always have us, depending on like the energy that we're using, I mean that we're working with, she always have us add peppers
Yeah.
to it.
Spice
So
it up.
spice it
Yeah.
up. Okay. Spice it up. Get it moving. All right. But you want to also, if you're working with a deity, because like I said, Oshun and Lasarin, those, that's not, I'm not incorporating, I'm making a honey jar right now. I know Oshun energy is near, but that's why I'm not even burning the yellow candle. Okay. Y'all, when y'all are going to burn y'all candle, I'm gonna get into that though. But you want to make sure that the ingredients that you're using too, even though this is for you, you want to make sure that if you are using a deity, because honey jars can be made not just for self-love, um they could be work. This is work. This is hoodoo work. You don't just make it just to sweeten your life. Jar magic in general. Whatever you putting into your jar, you want to make sure that if you're working with a entity, that what you put in your jar actually works with that entity. You don't want to give. I won't mention a loa, but you don't want to give. You don't want to not give the right things. You don't want to not use the right ingredients. Okay. Um, some loas, some uh orishas, some deities, they get offended when you use the wrong thing. If I was sitting here making something for Cali Mine, I wouldn't use these peppers. I would have hibiscus around somewhere, a hibiscus flower. I will put that in there. Okay. So if I was gonna ask Callie to sweeten up my life, I will be asking her to do that. Okay. So I'm not sure if I put cinnamon in here, but I'm about to put some more cinnamon in here because I need all the money, right? So cinnamon, if you feel like you forgot something, go back and add it. Okay. I am not about to use my Poud because the little goes the long way. And then I'm also going to use this molasses again in something else. Okay. I'm not about to use my Poud, but this is where you would add your powders. Okay. I also, this right here, these go into mojo bags. Okay. This is a mixture of things. It has glitter in it. It has other herbs, other powders, other resins in it. But these go into mojo bags, okay? You can also use some of these ingredients into your jars, okay? If you are that The nutmeg, add it when you do the cinnamon. So I put the cinnamon in there, drop some nutmeg. Okay? All right. Now, I have everything set up in here, right? Bam. The wine. We're going to top it off with the wine. I'm filling it to the brim. Okay? Nothing else is going in this jar. Nothing else. Oh, my stone. So you drop your stone in there. Okay? Now I'm about to put one of these stones in here because I'm going to use them. I'm going to make me a jar, but I have intentions around what I'm doing on that jar that I don't want to show anybody. This is not something that you do in front of somebody. Okay? I'm going to tell y'all, like, I'm sitting here and I'm doing it, and I just want y'all to have y'all ingredients. But the reason why I made this live at 9 o'clock in the morning is because you see me doing it and you like, okay, now I see what she did. I think that we talk to a lot of practitioners. Okay. I think that we all have magic in us, but I actually feel like you guys are practitioners. Okay. The people that watch me, I think that y'all watch me to get information on how to work with y'all clients, right? So now you see how I did it. It's in the morning time. It's the morning. Well, it ain't the morning time no more. It's the afternoon. Okay. But now y'all got time to go to the store and get the stuff. And you like, okay, I could use this. I could use that. I want to also say this. Yeah. So yes, it's okay to do it with your kids. It's okay to do it with your kids. I want to put us all in the jar. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You let your kids know that you're doing it. That's perfectly fine. You can put your kids in the jar. Okay. Rose quartz, pink rose quartz. I suggest. Okay.
I
Kids,
done been around some crazy.
kids acting out at school, whatever the case is, and just like not cleaning their room and shit. Like, hey, y'all need to clean y'all need to clean your room. Like, y'all have to keep the house clean. Whatever. You have to. You got to work with the energy that's around you. And spiritual projection is your kids go out to school, they picking up on other people's spirits and stuff, right? And
I just saw another post about spiritual projecting. Just what we was talking about, these tarot readers saying that, hey, if Tauruses, they all cheating, they're projecting. I wanted to tweet so bad, that's spiritual projection.
it is. It is. It's spiritual projection. They getting cheated on, okay? Or they about to get cheated on. My fault,
Yeah.
okay? They know, okay? So look, so there is two things that I want to say, okay? Where we going now? So now you got your jar and you closed it up. After you put your wine in, you closed it up, right? You have your candles. And let me go and get one more candle. Okay, I went to where the candle is, and I'm like, obviously, I already moved the candle. Okay, so this is the candle that I use whenever I'm using a candle like this. What are these taper candles? Whenever I'm using a taper candle, and that's a good candle, okay, because it's sitting up. But sometimes the candle will not sit up, right? All right. So y'all want to actually like tell people and break this all down. Like, you can't burn the bottom of the candle like that, or you could use another candle and burn. Okay. I'm gonna use this white candle here. So before I burn this candle, it's two things it's two things that I didn't say. If you make this sweetener jar at home, right? If you make this sweetener jar at home and then you have a candle, burn a candle next to it. Okay? Burn a candle on top of it. Don't seal it though. Don't seal it because this is something that you are not going to keep forever. Okay? So you don't need to seal it. Energy needs to move. That's why sweetener jars, you shake them up. The energy needs to move. All right. This right here is what Raven was breaking down, and she was saying this is contingent spell work. This honey jar is contingent spell work. You are not going to shake this honey jar up, okay? Me, myself, and how I feel about it. Because yesterday I almost shook my honey jar up because I was hearing something, I was getting downloads and stuff, and I was like, am I supposed to shake my honey jar up? 1717. I just seen the number 1717. Um, and they was like, no, because and my head started hurting. Don't shake no motherfucking jar with me in no picture. Listen, I mean, wait, with my picture in the jar, don't shake the jar. That's my opinion. I don't even think it's my opinion. I think that's a download that I received to share. Okay. Don't shake the jar with your picture. Okay, because I think we are real witches, okay? And especially if you are doing the work, like let's say you put your kids in the jar, right? Or you put your man in the jar. All right, let's be real here. You put your man in the jar. Okay. This is also going to move very slow. So if you put your man in the jar, you need to use discernment. If y'all having arguments, don't put his ass in the jar. Go do some real fucking work. This is goddamn honey. This shit is moving slow as hell. Y'all be done broke up and got back together. Don't put his ass in the jar. You need to do some work. Like you need a candle that's gonna burn down right fucking now. Not a motherfucking jar.
That's how I know I'm crazy, because this is since this is the first time I've seen an actual honey jar. Of course I know about jars, for protection and everything that has been carried with you. But all the put them in a jar, I be seeing so many things where people will cause harm to you. Put them in a jar, bury it somewhere.
No, you do not put your lover into a jar and y'all having an argument. You gonna be them fucking broke up, and then he gonna come back, right? Yeah. But like, why you even want to put yourself through that shit? Like, this is when I say, like, I have never put my man into a jar, and I have done a working before, and then I went back. I made notes because I make notes when I do workings. I went back and I was like, that shit took forever to work. That shit took forever to work. And I started looking up stuff. I'm like, this why the shit took forever to work. A bitch needed to be grounded. Like the shit that I was using was grounding spells. So in order to get grounded, I had to do some shadow work. I had to do shadow work that I was quote unquote refusing to do. Okay. Right. Like I said, we 11 years in. I practice and my man practice. Okay. So yeah, we both needed to do some shadow work. And then it worked. Okay. But I ain't never put him into a jar. Okay. Never put him into a jar. And I have rolled him out on a candle and burned it. No.
Oh, okay.
I have bought him a candle. And like put my name on that motherfucker. Yes. Like this is what you need to do. When stuff, you need to do some work on me. Your person needs to be praying for you. Your person needs to be manifesting for you. You need to be manifesting for your person. That's tantric. That's tantric. No, do not put your loved ones in a jar and you mad at everyone, my opinion, without their permission. Yeah, without their permission. You have to have permission. So I think I said that already with when we was talking about it. So let me say it again, just in case, people didn't see watching the whole live, they decide to skip around. Let me say, the first thing is, you don't need to be doing certain spell work when you mad. Bitch, go calm down. Okay? Energy is, it shows in your workings, especially if you're a fire sign. Especially if you have Venus in a fire energy or Scorpio. Okay. Scorpio goes with the fire signs. I'm sorry, water. We adopted them. Okay. Do not use anyone's DNA essence without their permission or pictures. This carries karmic consequences and repercussions. This spell work will always backfire on either you or said person. Know the difference between soul permission and ego when you are doing your work. Okay. So how you do a protection jar is you go and you figure out what part of your life you need protection in, and you do the same thing that I'm doing here. Okay. And you will get the information that you need. Okay, look, you will get the information. We'll go over protection jars later.
Okay, I will say this because I know I got probably like 10-15 minutes left to where I need to be headed out the door.
Okay,
but because they just said something about, okay, you was talking about like don't do spell work when you're angry. I would say in my practice, and it's not, I get what you're saying. I do feel like there are certain times, like I like to do my candle magic when I'm like I self love and stuff. I feel happy. I feel at peace. The only time I would say, okay, so like when you're angry, it really depends on the situation, because there have been times where I've been very angry and I know I needed protection, not like dark magic, but I like to use that Mars energy, because a lot of times that very emotion and anger will charge my candle up real good.
so yeah, that's
Yeah, I'm glad you said
don't
that,
do,
because some people like dark
what
magic. Some people be like, "Oh, I'm gonna put this bitch in the
magic
jar."
when you are emotional or something, right? I'm not saying like don't do this when you emotional. What I'm saying is don't go put your nigga in the jar because he
You
bought
mad at?
that gift, okay, and you mad as fuck. Don't go put him in the jar because of that, because now you manipulating the energy. You're
Yeah,
using it
because
for
you're not
the wrong
grounded
intent.
yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're using it for
because
the
there's been times I've overstepped certain things where I forgot to cleanse myself, or dang, I forgot to. Sometimes when we are in that mode, and we don't even have to be like angry, but sometimes when we're in, that's where contingency
yeah,
work play comes into play, because it's like, oh, it's already handled. Or
yeah.
like I said, your neighborly protections. But one thing I was gonna say, I wrote it down, but I didn't sit up here and lift it in another room. So, like back to warding, I know you're talking about protection jars. I'm gonna let you talk about that. But
Yeah,
no,
spiritually side of yourself. She said, when you know you would be spiritually side out of yourself, don't do that.
yeah. So, some people think that wards can just be herbs. I will say it does not. Like you can use plants. Have you ever like seen people, like a whole lot of witches have a lot of plants or some in their homes? People, things that are in your house that you take care of will take on the actual role in protecting your space.
Yes, in front of my door, I have plants.
Yeah, so it's when I say neighborly magic, neighborly protections, it falls under the part of warding. So it don't just go into sigil magic. It can actually, you can of course ask permission, because sometimes plant you gonna protect, but you literally have to, just like there's certain things where it says sing and talk to your plants, and they grow
Yeah,
faster. Anything in your space that you take care of and love, they grow and they will literally help you with what
yeah,
you need.
yes.
I mean, it can deter any type of negative energies. If hell, the plants is their home too. Like they're in your home. It's their home as well. So of
It's,
course they're gonna wanna.
it's the guard dogs. They're the guard
Yeah.
of the earth. Yeah, plants are the guard
Yeah.
dogs of the earth.
So it's definitely, like I said, magic is like in everyday, like even when it comes down to like your tea. Some people like tea. I ain't gotten to like teas. I've tried it. I promise you. What about cats?
Yes,
You can ask your cats, if cats have known to be very spiritual. You can ask your cats
they
to
are.
protect.
They are.
So,
Cat,
um,
listen, we ain't gonna get on the
look.
cat.
I said I wanted to get a cat because I feel like all my witchy friends got cats. I'm the only one that's like I don't
It
have
took
a
it
cat.
took a while to get a cat. My sister has a lot of cats. I'm saying a lot of cats. She got 2 cats. Okay, but it took me a long time to open up to cats, and now that I have one, um,
Right.
it it was something that I had to transition into. We won't talk about cats right now because we got to
Right.
finish the live up. So
Yeah,
listen,
but like with I was talking about, okay, like if you making your tea, I'm not really much of a tea maker. I have certain practitioner friends that's like, okay, well if you ever get into tea, stir to the right if you want to attract something to you, and stir to the left if you want to repel something. That make a lot of sense to me, because in my candle magic, when it something is gearing to the left, it's talking about the past. You want to leave something in the past or something, or right is future. There's people that send their energy where it's like,
notes.
Huh?
I said take notes.
Oh, it's like 3 or 4 people infusing their energy into a tea. Okay, this tea is for our friend. Have you ever? There are people out here, and I'm trying not to ramble, but there are people out here that receive certain gifts from people, and tangible gifts, and plants, roses. I know things die. That's a natural order of things, but stuff just quickly, like, I've been doing the work, why is it dying? And then you get one gift from another person and it just stays alive for a long
That's
time.
because it carries energy. It's very important
Yes.
to receive gifts that you cleanse them. Um,
Mm-hmm.
also, if you thrift shop.
Yes.
Also, if you thrift.
So I think I need people to realize how important energy is when you are doing something. And if you do take, like I said, if people do yard sales, make sure you cleanse that. You don't know what you're bringing into your home.
Absolutely.
You don't know the energy that you are potentially taking on. But like I'm saying, your energy has the energy to build or destroy.
Mhm.
It's completely up to you. It's your world. But like I said, you don't have to just use herbs or witch jars or talismans,
Yep.
or charms. You
This
actually can ask things that are around your space to ward off negative energies. I think that's what I had. I had some other stuff too, but
we Raven, I'm going to have you back.
please do.
Because does her own thing too. She has a lot of things coming in the future. Uh
Yes.
Lots and lots and lots of stuff. One of the downloads that I have received about her yesterday, and I didn't share this with her. I just had text her like
Yes.
um I got a download about you. So last night I had seen something that really disturbed me, right? Wait, pause.
Hmm.
Hold on. Y'all, I'm gonna come back to that. Listen, burn this candle, let it melt down. And that's it. Okay. Afterwards, you want to take the jar. Actually, you know what? I'm sorry. I did something before that. Take this candle, burn it, and seal this right here. You want to seal this jar up. This is the honey jar. You want to seal this jar. Okay. Y'all gonna make me seal it. But let me seal it. I'm gonna take it off anyway. All right. This is how you seal it. All right. It's gonna take some time. This is why I say if you got time to make a honey jar, one, you got time to, and you just go around the seal. Can y'all see that? I'm just dropping it in there. Okay. So this honey jar, after it's closed, you are not going to open it back up. That's why it's important with the things that you put in here that you make sure that they're not going to mold. Okay. You don't want mold around your manifestations, especially these manifestations. Okay. We don't blow candles. We put them out. Okay. We only blow birthday candles around here. All right. I told y'all I'm a fire witch. If don't be out here blowing candles. Okay. So you want to make sure you seal this jar up, and then you are going to burn this down on top of this. Okay. Now when you will refresh this jar, because you're like, okay, I burnt one candle on it, but it hasn't happened. If you make this on the new moon, I would suggest that, like I said, new is new energy. I would suggest you refresh it on a full moon, or you could refresh it on Monday is the moon day, so that's like high priestess energy. Okay, it's about manifestation, so you can light a candle again on a Monday. Tuesday is wait. So do I seal it? I thought you said not to. This jar you are sealing. This is a honey jar. You are going to seal the honey jar.
You
Okay.
don't seal the sweetener.
You do not seal a sweetener. The sweetener jar, we're not really talking about it, but like, you ain't get fired from your job after you made this sweetener jar, right? Now you can keep it, but I suggest like you keep it,
I think maybe they're confused about the wax seal. Maybe that's what they're talking about, because a lot of people don't know. Like, you can close it with the lid, but then seal it with the
not to,
wax.
do not seal the sugar jar. Don't seal this jar. Later on, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna go outside and after. Actually, what I wrote on here, I'm gonna keep it for 4 weeks. Okay. My intentions is for the next 4 weeks. Okay. So I'm gonna keep this jar with me for 4 weeks. Y'all gonna see me, they gonna see me out there, they're gonna be like, what the hell she doing? Money, 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 money. Okay, so for 4 weeks, I'm gonna keep this jar. Afterwards, I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna ground the energy and I'm gonna pour it down into the ground. I wrote my name on this piece of paper, so I'm gonna dig a hole. Okay, and then I'm going to recycle the jar. Okay, this I'm going to clean the jar and recycle it because I'll use this jar again. I'll clean the jar and recycle it. Okay, there's no I'm gonna put a sigil on here too, like what Raven was talking about sigils. I'm about to jazz this motherfucking shaking sugary jar up. When we get off of here, I'm about to jazz this jar up. I'm not gonna put a sigil on here. You can if you feel called to, but I'm not. On a honey jar, I'm not, because a lot of my intentions that I put into the honey jar, it required way too many seals. Like, keep it kind of simple, okay? Like, I simple on the outside, but inside is very powerful. You don't have to do too much here, okay? You already got the stones in there. You got herbs in there. You got honey in there. You got the energy of the Orisha or the Loa that you're working with, the goddess that you're working with. You got the red wine in there. You got mad stuff going on in here, okay? If you feel caught, no, don't do that. Okay. Anyway, let me write that down. What I was about to say. I got an idea just that quick. So you're just gonna seal this up, right? After you drop it, your candle might go out. You can use another candle to seal it. But what I did was when I made my jar, I used two candles. I used a gold candle and I used the white candle. It's not necessary for you to use two candles. And I'm saying two candles, and I probably use three, okay? Because I don't like two. So that's why I also bought a pink one too. Because I said I'm gonna do this as well too. Okay, so and you can seal it with anything. You'll refresh this jar. Mondays is like the moon day. Okay, so high priestess energy. Tuesdays is Mars day. That's that fiery energy. Okay, that's like Lilith type energy. That's if you working with the goddess, the dark god, this Lilith energy. Okay, you threw that Jezebel root in there. You threw that Jezebel oil in there. Go ahead and do like this motherfucker on the Tuesday. Another day is Friday, which is Venus energy. Okay, you're doing self love. You light your peat candle on top of it. This is a big taper candle. You light your peat candle on top of it. Let it burn all the way down. Always let the candle burn all the way down. Another day. So I gave y'all 3 days so far. Another day is your born day, because this is about you. Okay, it's your born day. I was born on a Wednesday. I would light a candle on a Wednesday. Every Wednesday on this. Okay, like there's something that Raven had mentioned was like, being in ritual every day. I'm in ritual every day. So every Wednesday I'm doing something. Every Saturday I'm doing something. Bless you, baby. So every Saturday I'm doing something. Like, I have different days that I'm working, different energies. It, Saturday is Saturn's day. So on Saturday I'm doing something that correlates with Saturn's energy to just, use the energy, don't let it use you. All right. So that's it with the candle. I mean, with the honey jars, okay? After you're done with this honey jar, you want to place it somewhere where nobody is going to see. You can put it in the back of your closets. You can put it in the back of your cabinets in your kitchen. You could put it. I just don't suggest like you put it in anything that's moving, like the car. Like, don't put it in the car. Um, and don't put it anywhere where, like, if you can't hide something, like, come on, hide something for real. Hide that money, okay? Money, honey. All right. Couldn't burn it on a Thursday if my up and coming birthday. Could you burn it on a Thursday if my up and coming birthday falls on a Thursday? Thursday is Jupiter day, so it's about expansion, it's about luck, it's optimism. That's why we chose to do this live on this Thursday. If your coming birthday falls on a Thursday, you can actually do your honey jar on Thursday. and
And
set
it's
the
a bisextile year.
yes. I never heard that. Okay. And you can set the intentions for the year coming for your solar, your solar return. Set the intentions for the year. When you're done with this honey jar, where you feel like I want to get rid of this honey jar, I suggest that you bury it. Like that's me. Or you go and take it to you empty the contents and don't put a glass in the ocean, in the river. Do not do that. What you do is this is the only time that you open this jar back up. You do not open this jar and say, oh, I need to put some more shit in there. I forgot something. Do you a whole nother fucking jar. Okay. Or if you forgot it, it ain't supposed to be in there. Don't open this up. That's just spell work. When you close and seal something, you don't reopen it. Okay. It's done. It's sent to the gods. Okay. Heaven has it. It's out of your control at that point. Okay. Your only intent is to work with it going forward. So when you're done with it, if you let's say you moving somewhere and you got these jars that I didn't made you that I ain't make you, but that you chose to make, you got these jars. Take them to the river somewhere and empty out the contents and say thank you. Give your thank yous. Leave some money, coins, okay? But don't put this whole jar inside of the river, okay? Now, what you can do is you can bury this, okay? Bury it deep. I got mad stuff buried outside my house that I am done with. I gave it back to the earth. Okay. I will also suggest that you not bury a glass either. Okay, because somebody might get it, dig it up later on. They want to plant a tree. They like, whoa, what's in that glass? Okay. Now they got their hands all over your DNA and stuff. Oh, DNA. You can also add your own DNA to a glass. You don't add anybody else's DNA. You can add your own DNA to this glass. Like how Raven added her DNA to her candles. When you're work for yourself, you can add your own DNA. So that's it with the honey jars, guys. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Okay. Yes,
Yeah,
that's fine.
I have to almost head out.
Okay.
My next think I'm about it.
Okay.
So yeah, you were talking about a download you had gotten, and I just want to know what
So
that's about.
what I have received is that Raven is a teacher, I believe. Like that's the energy that I'm getting off of her is that she's also a teacher. She's a practitioner, so she does this in her daily. So she influences people. It's the same thing that I'm doing too, okay? Same thing that I'm doing and more. So I actually seen you like on a screen, like talking, like how we talking, like I don't know if it was YouTube, social media, but I seen your face. It wasn't you hidden behind the camera. So what I received was that you needed to come forth with a lot of stuff. And I'm not talking about like, okay, truth telling, being gossipy or anything like that. I'm actually talking about like your work that you're doing, that you needed to bring it to the forefront because you're here to help a lot of people. Okay.
Thank
Um,
you. I received that.
yes. And so and you actually gonna do it. Like even if you don't want to do it, you actually being pushed to do it,
Mhm.
regardless. Sorry, but you are.
Right.
But
Thank you.
yeah. So you also like you was telling me, like nobody is stealing from us. We actually are starting a trend that makes this work very honest.
Right.
So just continues to be honest. Like that's what I was receiving. Like I was like, who's not honest? Who's what? And I did not get that from you. I
Thank
went through
you.
a couple names yesterday, and I won't mention them because I'm not doing it. But I went through a couple names yesterday, and I was like, is this person being honest? Is this person being legit, or whatever the case is? And I see us talking again with somebody else. Um, Not nobody that you have an issue with or had an issue with. It's probably not even nobody that you know this lifetime. We actually
Okay.
have a life connection with them already. So
Okay.
I seen us talking with somebody else, like doot, doot, doot. I don't know, bigger screen though. So I was like, what is this? And then my little Gemini cat came.
That's
The
crazy
talker.
you say that. I haven't told you what I have in the works, but it sounds like it makes a lot of sense. I'm not gonna say it here on the live,
Okay.
but it does sound like I will be talking to you about what I have in the work. And for the one who asked, I do not The only YouTube I have, not yet. The only YouTube I have is for my photo shoots because I do tattoo modeling on the side. That's another form of glamour magic, making my body my sacred space and decorating its walls, and it is a museum to be cherished. I am my altar. So no, my only YouTube video I have is from my photo shoot in Texas. So I don't have any practitioner work, which I know I could probably start talking about. I have been talking about it.
Yes.
But right now I'm just on Twitter. She's already tagged me. Miss Alexis has already tagged me on it. And that's my name on any and every platform. I don't have different names on each platform. I do not have a Facebook. I do not have a Facebook, but there have been people that have been making fake pages of me on Facebook. And they have a lot of followers. Same for TikTok. They will still, I have more followers on TikTok and it ain't even a real me. Same with Facebook. They had like 6,000 followers. And I'm like, y'all, this is not the real Raven.
So no Facebook, no TikTok, but you're
now
active on Twitter.
my TikTok now actually will be talking about skincare, glamour, and manifesting techniques.
Okay.
So right now it is strictly just like my skincare routine, things I'm interested in, and later on when I have the chance, I do have the chance. When I get time, I will be talking about my beauty rituals and how I manifest in my day-to-day life. So that's in the works. And like I said, I still have to tell you the other things that I plan on doing.
Okay.
So yeah. But I am, like I said, I do I want to say consultations, but
Yes.
that that's
Consultations. She does.
that's not that's not just for like beauty work, but more so like on a manifesting, when people are literally stuck trying to manifest something for them. Literally 5-10 minutes of conversation, I can tell you what your problem is.
So
Like, I can tell you.
when y'all check her out, I want y'all to be like very so something that is important too. This goes with the download because I told you this. I had called her before and I was like, no, you got to charge, right? She was like, oh no, I charge for this or whatever the case is, right? I had to make sure because I don't like texting. I'll be getting confused in the text message.
Right.
So one thing that I have that I told y'all I go through, I was giving away a lot of stuff for free. Okay. I have a lot of people that copies the things, likes to siphon my energy. So you take on your clients karmic less energy, like drop debt, karmic debt. You take on a form of their, like, it copies. They still got it, but it copies when you are helping people do certain things and you are not getting paid for it. So even if y'all reach out to Raven and she gives y'all information for free, um and even if you reach out to me and you give information, well, I'm always paid. When people reach out to me, they do end up I end up getting paid spiritually, or I end up getting paid from them. I
Right.
know I don't overshare anymore either.
Yeah,
So
support goes a long way. Support is a form of payment. Genuine support,
yes,
reposting, retweeting, spreading the word, sharing this live,
yes,
letting people know what she is doing is a form of payment.
leaving the comments and stuff like that, like, so that is a form of payment. So I also when y'all reach out to her, all her information will be in the description. Okay. And then also our Twitter accounts. Okay. Mine is intuitive mom underscore me. It's always in the description. Hers is Raven Nicole.
It's
Okay.
spelled not like the regular,
Not
but
like the regular. So y'all, literally, I copied it. I went to go send her a message and I just like copied it from there. So I didn't type it out myself because sometimes
yeah.
okay. So I did not copy it out myself. I copied. I mean, I didn't type it out myself. I copied it. So it's actually correct. Will be in the description as well. And I'm going to add her Cash App and or however she wants, her Cash App, her Zelle. I'm gonna add that in my description as well too. So if y'all want to leave her a
Thank
tip
you.
on here and giving us the tip, the tea, Okay, y'all want to buy her? She don't drink tea,
Thank
but
you.
y'all want to.
Not yet. I haven't found a good one that I
Not yet.
really like. I
But
like really
she is
sweet
a
tea.
kitchen witch. I'm telling y'all, she know about the herbs because I'm like, she was sending me some herbs that I know that I got, and I'm like,
Right.
I was like, oh yeah, somebody in your family a root
And
worker.
look, I always tell myself, I'm like, I'm terrible in the kitchen. I don't know anything, but I keep like telling my family, I'm like, if somebody could just like either give me a recipe or I look it up.
This
But
not
I'm
a
probably
herb.
not for food wise, but like hell, you can even do a sigil for your kitchen if every food that is made here is made with intention and love. But as far as like herbs and spell work, oh, I can get down. Somebody come to me, hey, I need a such and such for this. Oh, baby, I got you. Like I can make something up and it works only because I've tried it, and I do it for me. I don't, look at other people and see, okay, if it works for you, it may work for me. That is completely fine. But for me, like I said, I'm more so on the eclectic side. There's
Yeah.
different people. There's even chaos magicians, which is everybody confuse eclectic witch with uh chaos magicians, and it's not the same. It's not the same at all. Yeah, Amanda, I think I like your teas too. But yeah, girl, you've been really like a
Amanda
blessing.
does tea. Amanda does teas.
Really?
She does teas and pies. Intuitive tea pie.
Ooh. I
Yeah.
like sweet potato pie.
Hey, that's her shit. That's
Really?
her shit. Yes.
I need to look into it then. But
Yes.
yeah, like
So
you
this is where we are going to collaborate again. I'm gonna put your information in the
most definitely.
description. So y'all stay here with us. If anybody is on here that's in the chat, I had said before we did the live, and we gonna let Raven head out of here. Okay,
Mhm.
we kept her a long time. So I said I wanted to give away something if somebody like stayed on, right? So
Mhm.
this is what you have to do in order to get this. And I know that you are listening. In order to get this bonus prize, okay? This is like a quiz because I'm a teacher, okay? This is a quiz. All right? I want y'all to tell me two things, right? Two things. Raven mentioned the she mentioned like different ways that you can make sigils for your glamour work. Okay. She mentioned certain things. I won't mention them again, but she said there are different ways. And she mentioned four actually different ways that you can create a sigil. I just want to know one. I just want to know one. So whoever tells me one first, the first person to tell me one way you can make a sigil.
Can I rewind this?
I will I will send you, and I am look cosmic cohesion word form. Okay, so yes, first way to, and you don't even know what the listen. Don't even know what the prize is. Okay, listen. Okay, cosmic cohesive. Okay, so
Congratulations.
you have a choice between you can either and I at first she was like, are you gonna make it tangible or are you gonna do a reading? So I'm gonna actually give you a choice. You can either get a dress candle, right? You can either get a dress candle. It can be about money, love. Actually, I will let you just like email me and tell me, or you could text me. My telephone number is also in the description as well. You can text me, okay? Um,
And let me know if they want anything done for me too. I'm here with you. Like we can partner
okay,
in that, and I
okay,
can give.
okay.
I'm off
So
all day tomorrow. It's Venus Day,
So
so
I will do a dress candle, and then I'll get with Raven actually on creating a sigil to go onto the dress candle. That's what we'll do based off of what
perfect.
I say. Okay. You can either have a dress candle or you can get a free 30-minute reading from me. Okay. 30-minute reading. And I say 30 minutes, but y'all see I talk a lot. Okay. So you can just pick whichever one that you want. If you want the reading, and in my readings, I break down like I will ask for your birth time and I will break it down on what the energy is right now, what we need to move out, whatever the case is, okay? Or you can get the dress candles. Now the other I got that's one giveaway, okay? Cosmic cohesion, you out of that one. Don't enter into this next one. So the other
Can
thing,
get double.
the other thing is that we built the honey jar, right? We built the honey jar. I told y'all a lot of things that go into the honey jars. And I just want to know, I want to know, is it, no, that's too easy.
What liquid goes inside of the honey jar?
Yes, what liquid goes inside of the honey jar? If y'all can tell me the liquids that go inside of the honey jar, then I will give away the same thing. It's a free reading or either a dress candle. Okay, and you don't have to pay for the liquids.
Liquid.
Liquids. Almost. So y'all play the video back. If you don't get it now, because we're gonna go ahead and let Raven leave. So we still have one. Y'all can
You
leave.
can drew me in now, because now I want to know
The liquids. Okay, liquids. Remember, okay. Put it all together. Put it all together. Okay, put it all together. Leave it down in the comments, and whoever comments on it first, or whatever the case is, y'all can leave it down in the comments. There's actually more than one or two liquids that go inside of the honey jar. I just gave y'all. Look, I just gave y'all the thing. Man, watch the video, Mandy.
blood if you like.
But if you want, okay. Don't forget. Look, I want to tell y'all a little tip. But I can't. I want to tell y'all a little tip. Y'all leaving out the.
I think somebody said it earlier because I saw it. Did I think somebody said it earlier, but they didn't say the whole thing.
Yeah, it's one more. So
heck, it is. I didn't sit up here and forget it because
yeah.
I'm scrolling.
All of y'all missing like one thing each. Okay, I'm out of here. So listen. So yeah. So thank you so much, Raven, for
Thank you so much.
Okay, Abby K, you got it. Okay, Abby K got it. Honey, wine, and attention oil. I'm gonna let you have it. The molasses is optional. You don't have to do both. You can have one or the other. But I wanted y'all to make sure that y'all have that wine, because that's what you top it off with. Okay, that red wine is what you top it off with. Okay, so thank you so much, Raven.
Thank you for having me. I could have
fun.
I could have done this literally all day. Like
right?
All day. I love talking to you. I love hearing you speak. I love your voice, your knowledge, and just being able to learn from you. You have brought me out of my spiritual shell.
Okay.
I'm glad that I attracted you and you attracted me.
Girl, tingles in my head. Okay, baby. Okay, so that's our live. Y'all play this back. We dropped a lot of gems. Take notes. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys later. Love you guys. And don't forget, after each one of my lives, I always do a reading. So y'all know what I'm about to do. I'm about to do a reading real quick. Okay? Talk to y'all later. Bye.
Thank y'all. Bye.